Oh, that just looks great, doesn't it? Imagine coming down here, down the highway, and you would see that in the distance and you'd think, this is the place to be. Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Cities Skylines with me, Biffa. Here we are in the city of New Tealand and we're just enjoying a leisurely ride across the top of PG Tips in our new cable car setup. Yeah, so we did this in the last episode. You guys, as far as I'm concerned, you haven't seen it yet, although you have actually seen it yet because this is the episode after. Do you know what? Time travel, it really confuses me. I really need to stick to a linear timeline. Anyway, so I haven't seen any of your comments on the last video, but we're going to move away from working on the top of the mountain today. Let's just come out of this cable car here. Here we go. And we are going to swing all the way across to the other side. So this is the long old journey all along the top. And you'd have to get out up the top here. Then you'd have to jump in the funicular network, the funicular railway, to go all the way down there to our new little area down here. And this is where we're going to be building. So it's right across the other side of the island from the main part of the city here. But first, before we dive into that, a quick word from our sponsors, NordVPN. Hugo is back from his holidays and he's signed up for a new job at the fire department of New Tealand because he loves keeping people safe. Here he is putting out a new forest fire on PG Tips Mountains. But do you know what else Hugo likes to keep safe? Yes, he loves to keep his internet safe, so that's why he uses NordVPN. Well, like Hugo, every day you send your data over the internet to far-flung places, but there are many dangers along the way. With NordVPN, like Hugo, you can have a fast and secure roadway to your destination. With over 5,400 super-fast servers in 59 countries, you can be fast and safe travelling the internet no matter where you are or where you want to get to. So whether you are at home or outside, on PC, Android, Mac, Linux or iOS, NordVPN has your back. To get NordVPN, go to nordvpn.com/Biffa and use the coupon code Biffa. And for every purchase of a 2-year plan, you get a bonus gift plus a huge discount. The people of New Tealand love Hugo because not only is he working hard to keep them safe from forest fires, he also introduced them to the fantastic deals from NordVPN. Well done, Hugo. Yeah, I'd like to build up a nice little, self-contained community in as much as there's going to have everything here that you would need. It's still going to be connected to the rest of the outside world, obviously, but yeah, we will see what we can do. So just looking at what we've got here, we've got access to the highway, comes along this little slopey road that runs down the side. There we go, and then it connects around here via a roundabout. And then you can head into this junction and head where you like. We've got a train line that comes along down here as well. In fact, we've got 2 train lines. So where does that go? Let's have a look. So we've got the main train line that goes nowhere. It goes to the end here, to an old abandoned factory of some sort. Then we've got this other one that connects on that then goes along here into the main city. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, that's good. So maybe we could use a little bit of this as it comes down here and comes around. Unfortunately, that only goes in one direction, which is a little bit odd. I'm wondering whether we could... I say it only goes in one direction. There's only one direction for it to go. There's no other rail line out here anywhere, is there? No. Okay, well, that's not too bad. So we can get in and out of the city if we need to. So I'm going to leave the rail line where it is. And we are going to have like a beachfront sort of bypass rail line type thing going on here. Yeah, I think along here we'll just use the bog standard train station. I think that'll be fine. I'm just wondering where to put that. I don't really want to put it over here because then we're going to have another line coming off to come in, and then we're going to have another line going off the top. Do you know what, actually? I think that would be better to have that on the inside here. We're going to have to place this up against a road. So let's get building some stuff. I'm going to sort of hook that in to here. Oh, look at that. This rock. He's going to have to be saved. And we haven't saved a rock for a while. We always end up sort of moving them to the side. But they're going to come... Oh, man, this city is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They're going to come all the way over to Alien Rock Park. Where is it? I completely lost my bearings as to where it... Here's the zoo. There it is. Look, I found it. Get there in the end. Ploink! There we go. Excellent. So yeah, I just think a road just along here would be perfectly fine. And then up against that, we could pop ye olde train station. That'll be good. And then we can see if we can try and hook this in. I'm thinking maybe if it's spurred off there a little bit, that could be quite good. Let's see what we can do. I'm thinking it's not that high to go. I mean, it's got to get over the top of a couple of things here, isn't it? But maybe we can just sort of page up a little bit there, because we've got to get over this road as well. So if we come sort of over like that, then we could sort of smooth down. Oh, I never know which side of the rail these are going to be going on. I'm thinking over the top and then connect there. Let's just find a train. Any trains anywhere? I'd like to help me out. Yes, of course, they travel on the right-hand side. So if we go sort of over the top to like there, and then we could hopefully just do something like that to get it to go in. And if we put this back on, get the move it mods and just go like that, that'll get rid of all the trees. And then I might just bring that in a tiny bit like that. That doesn't look too bad, does it? We can maybe move this rock over rather than completely relocating it from his family. Excellent. That's fine. There we go. So you can come off here, up over the top. How's that for height? Oh, that is perfect for height. Yeah, I know that's right in the middle. We'll sort that in a minute. And then that can slope down into here. And then we can also do with going the other way as well. So let's just do a similar thing. Yeah, that's ended up being quite a big drop there, isn't it? I'm just wondering whether we could make that work a bit better. Let's just take that off. If we could get that to come into a line here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Something like that. And then if that could curve round to go into there, it just gives a little bit more space for the runoff, and then that can join there. And I think that is probably about as good as it's going to get. Let's just move some of these trees and such out of the way. There we go. Excellent. We can always tweak that if it needs to a bit later. Excellent. 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 Let us just actually move this over. Let's put that on. I'm thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm thinking if we go like there, that should be keeping it straight. It didn't. Okay, we'll do that. And I'm thinking we also probably need this pillar a little bit closer, but we don't want to get on the highway. So probably about there. And that'd be quite a long span, wouldn't it? But I think that'd be okay. And then we'd move you up, move you up. You can be the same height as that. And you can actually go forward a touch as well. And I think that'll probably be fine. Yeah, that'll give us the ways in and out. I'm going to turn off, while I think of it, intercity trains. We don't want that. And then we'll look at the routes and everything in a moment. So we're getting there. Now I'm thinking, why didn't I put this the other way around? Because now the road is in the way. But I'm actually thinking maybe this will be okay. So we grab that one. We're going to upgrade this. And then we're going to sort of connect these two together. Oh yeah, plenty of height under there. In fact, we could probably even drop that little rail line down a bit. But we'll leave it like that. That's good. And then I'm just thinking we're going to run this just along to the end there. And we might even have that come out into that section there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, what else do we want in here? So we are going to want to make sure that we've got all of our services that cover this area, because it's so far away from anywhere else. Any services it doesn't have is going to be a major problem. So I'm just thinking maybe, let's just pop that back on there. If we just sort of bring this out up to here, I'd like this to sort of connect into a loop if possible. How about we do something like this? I want to leave those trees there mostly, and if we sort of follow the bottom of this mountain here, then we'll take that back a bit, and then we'll put my guidelines back on again and see if we can line that up. So that follows around there, and then maybe we could do the same on this side as well. Something like that. I think that goes under there okay. And then that gives us the main sort of outline for this area. A nice long straight street where it comes in, first of all. And then we could sort of fill this up a bit in here. Okay, so this is the sort of shape I'm going for. I mean, it's pretty random. I didn't want it to be gridded. I want it to have some sort of interest to it. And as we start filling this up, I think this is going to look okay. This bit here, I'd like to adjust it just a tiny bit. We're going to take that one there, and we're going to come down to that one there. That node can't be reached, apparently. Okay, we'll go to that one there. Yeah, and then we'll go from that one there to that one there. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better, a little bit more of a slope. We can just sort of smooth that out a tiny bit. In fact, I'm going to do this one here, so that one there as well. Yeah, there we go. That looks better, doesn't it? And then we can just sort of smooth back this hill here. And then we've got this place over here, which I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here. I mean, I'm thinking if you're coming to visit this funicular railway and go across the mountain, I think there should be some sort of shops and things over here. Let's get the district in. I think we're going to have a separate district over here. And I'll show you why in a moment. That'll be a park district. Don't want that. Let's try this one. And we're going to take all of that bit in. Zoop. And then I'm thinking we're going to give that a specialization. So where were we? Here we go. So what options do we have? We've got tourism, but we're going to get like big hotels, restaurants, noisy and all of that. Leisure, which could be quite good, or just the organic and local produce. And I think that would actually give us some nice little small buildings that I think would fit really well. Yeah, that's the plan for there. And then we'll just give this area over here its own district as well. There we go. That's going to take in the whole of this little front here, this little island as well. It may take in some of this, but we'll see. That might end up being something slightly different. So if you've got any ideas for names for this area here, perhaps when you've watched the video and you can see what sort of things we're building in here, might give you some more ideas, but we'll take it as it comes. So this bit over here is definitely going to be some sort of shopping-y type area. I want one new road. We're going to go one with the grass on there. Oh, that's one way, isn't it? No, we don't want that. Let's go for this one here then. And what I'm doing is I'm going to connect. I wasn't going to connect on this road, but I think we will. We're going to have the option to turn off there and come and enjoy these shops here if you wish. Nice slightly bendy road. I don't mind that. And then we'll have some of these go out. Let's go like that and then bend it round that way a bit. Yeah, and we've got this sort of lumpy section here where the grade goes up. I'm just wondering whether we could just sort of push that back a little bit like that. Have some shops in here and have like a little... That builds up to this area here. I think that could work quite well. I'm also going to just take this. It's exactly the same. And that one there. That one to that one. Nope. That one to that one. You can't change it, can it? Of course it can't, because of the type of road it is. Biffa's a bonehead. And then we could just have something coming along here as well. So if we just go sort of like that. And that just sort of takes up the space, doesn't it, in between those. And I think that will be okay. I am going to change the height of these. Going to use the move it mod. I want those to be all the same height as that. Yeah, there we go. So we've got a nice flat area to be working with. That's going to be the same height as that. Nope, that's going to lift up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. A little bit random. Okay, excellent. Now, what sort of other items can we use in here to draw people in? Okay, so just looking through our unique buildings that we've got here, there's a couple. It's a couple that I'm considering. So we've got the Museum of Modern Art, or the Modern Art Museum, which nicely fits into there. That could be a sort of point of interest to bring people over here, as well as the funicular railway. But then I found the, let's have a look over here, this one. Now, the Opera House, I think that would just be absolutely brilliant. If we could fit that in here, like on the coast, that would just be great. We've got access to the railway, and then they can come up over here, do other things as well. I just think that would fit in really nicely. So let's just pop a road down, first of all, that is going to go up against. We can maneuver it around if we need to, but for now, we're going to pop that there. I just think that'd be fantastic. Come in here to listen to opera. With these amazing views, I just think that would be brilliant. So we've got that one there. I'm also thinking for maybe a slightly in the future project. Now, where was it? Here we go. The Sea Fortress. Now, I was thinking on this area here, if I was going to build a Sea Fortress, where would I put it? Now, this almost sort of seems to be... not a cove is not the right word, but they're protected by these islands. So you could put a Sea Fortress like over here. We've got another lighthouse. But the opposite side of that would be the perfect spot for a Sea Fortress. So I'm just going to pop that down like that. And we'll come back and we'll do something with that. But if people were coming in and out, and this was like the main port, I just think that looks fantastic right there. So we're going to have that there. And if we could get ways for people to come in and out to see that, because that island is quite separate from everything else, then we'll see what we can do. That gives us some bonuses as well, doesn't it? Increases the ship and airport traffic's tourist capacity by 5%. Okay, excellent. Well, of course, we've got the observatory here, which we've got these mountains here. The observatory just has to go up the top of these mountains somewhere, which would just be absolutely brilliant. So at some point, we're going to add that into a park on the top of PG Tips. And then we have Old Market Street, which gives us the benefit you can read on the screen there. And I was just wondering whether we could pop that in, and that would probably be enough. And this little spot here just seemed to be crying out for this. It's like the right size. Oh, that just looks great, doesn't it? Imagine coming down here, down the highway, and you would see that in the distance, and you'd think, this is the place to be. Now, it's not necessarily going to be fitting in with the buildings that we're putting around here. They're not going to look like this, obviously. But this is just great. So I think just between those 2 or 3 things, let's just have a look what the land is looking like. Land value is surprisingly still low. I thought that was going to shoot right up by adding those onto there, but maybe not. So how about we make this sort of like a little square over here, and we do have the clock tower, which I think is a beautiful building. That gives us also increases speed of trains by 20%. What a random thing to do. That might be good or bad, depending on how good your train network is. So we could have that like over here. Let's just pop that into the middle of that section. And I just think that would look really, really nice in there. And then we can make this a park around here as well. We've got a few other little friendly neighborhood parks that might sort of... Let's have a look. Oh, that goes in there nicely, and we can build off of that. Yeah, this little strip here can be a park. That should be really, really nice. And once we get building all our stuff in here, the land value is going to go up as well. So, yeah, very good, very good. Right, we need to get some water in here. And we already have it running over the top of the mountain. How handy was that? Okay, so let's see if we can get our opera house hooked up here. And I'm just wondering whether... I feel like we need another road that runs along here and connects up somehow. What have we got going on here? So that road comes off. Splits into here and goes that way. If you want to go back on the highway, you can go that way. Yeah, these junctions... a little bit odd. That one's going to go down there... come up there. Oh, and you can split off and go the other direction. Okay, I'll take it back. The junction's not as odd as I thought. Cool, good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to just hook into that for now, and then we'll delete that in a moment. And then I want to head along here. And I want a line that runs all the way along the railway line. So let's do that. There we go. Something like that. But then we've got to get this road hooked in over there somehow, haven't we? How are we going to do that? And make it still sort of realistic-ish. Realistic-y. There we go. New word. I don't want to hook that right into this junction. I think this is going to... That's going to come for down here. We do need some sort of bridge over the top somewhere, don't we? Where would be a realistic place for a bridge to go? I'm wondering off of there, up over the top of this and down, as everything seems to be sort of flat along here. Let's just give that a go. So If it came in there, it'd have to curve around. We're going to sort of run out of space a bit, perhaps. But let's see what we can do. So if we go up, would be nice. Oh, okay, we've got to do this. Let's do this first then. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll grab there, 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 and there. And what sort of height is okay to get over the top? I mean, that's plenty high enough there. I'm thinking even this high here. Let's just do Control H and click on that and then take a look. How are the cars doing? How are the trains doing? That's more than enough, isn't it? There's nothing poking through here. Let's just go underneath. I mean, they're underneath almost as if it's built into the bridge. Yep, I'm fine with that. Zoop, zip back round again. Excellent. And then this here. Nope, that is not what I want. Let's try that again. I want the road. Thank you. This here can just go into there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's just change that. There we go. And then this one here's got to try and hook up over here somewhere. So like we said, we might end up moving the Opera House. So how about we switch the whole thing around? So let's just pop that over here out of the way. There we go. Lots of relocation costs going on there. Let's delete this. Let's take that road. And if we delete that... There we go. Maybe something like that. I think will be okay. That looks all right. So you can get up and over the top, join to the other side. Yeah, excellent. And then we've got to try and fit this other thing in, haven't we? So I'm thinking that can now go over here. So if we sort of branch off there to... Ooh, let's maybe go like that and then go straight. And is that going to fit in there? I'll be very surprised if it did. No. Okay. I'm thinking maybe we'll change where that's going to go and have a little section over here. Because as I'm squeezing it in there, I'm thinking that is just such a waste of a, you know, a beautifully designed building. I feel like it's got to have a car park. It's got to have some nice trees surrounding it. It's got to have all sorts of things. But I don't want to get too near to like... I mean, this doesn't have to be an industry area. This could be used to be an industry area, now turned into a nice tourist trap or something like that. So maybe this now is going to be over here instead. There we go. I think that's going to look a lot nicer and its own little area there. Excellent. We shall come back to that. And then I think it's just a case of services and zoning and all that sort of thing. Yeah, okay. Maybe a little bit of detailing as well. Excellent. I'm really pleased with the way this has turned out. Let me run my last water pipes. And then we'll get stuck in with making this all look pretty and growing. And of course, we're going to need to make sure that our mass transit has access back to the main city. That's something we haven't got at the moment. So let me just pop these in. So let's put in a couple of train lines. So we are going to have a line that goes from here all the way round to... Yeah, where am I going to be able to take this to? That is the question, because this line, I've just noticed, it joins up with this one. It goes underneath, then it comes down here, then it basically just goes out of the city. So that just doesn't go anywhere, that line, unless I connect that up over there. The other direction, it goes here and connects round to this one, which comes all the way round to here. So how about I add a stop here? Can I change that to a different line? I will. Like that. And we'll go back. So we've got that long line all the way round. There we go. And then I am wondering whether to do something with this junction here to get this line to connect over to this one. Because then we could come into whatever we end up with here. Then it can come all the way through over here to our main part of the city. We could have a massive loop, couldn't we, all the way round? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we can. So if it branched off here, it could just sweep over the top and then sort of connect into this one, couldn't it? Let's just see what we can do. Or have we branched it off? What I want to do is make sure I'm not going to cause any problems later down the line. So let's just see what we can do. Let's turn off that. I mean, literally something as simple as that, I think, would work. Let's just see what's going to go on there. Yeah, okay. Let's just upgrade a couple of these. That one can be up. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. And that one as well. Yeah, there we go. So that could literally be it. It just goes up there, sweeps over the top. Oh, that's got really high there suddenly, isn't it? We'll lower that down and then connects over to there. And that would solve all of that. Yeah, excellent. Let's just flatten all this a bit. Let's use this. I love this tool. I love this network multi-tool. So we're going to go from there to here. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. I think that's probably about it, isn't it? And then we'll go from... We'll just do this last bit again. From there to there. Yeah, there we go. Less of a grade. That gets over the top there, okay. No problem. Whoops. No problem at all. Yeah, excellent. Notice a bit of a weirdness with the cars over here, but they're acting okay now. Good. So now what we can do is have another line, and here they come. I don't want this to be one huge loop around the whole city just yet. So that's going to stop. Oh, we haven't even got this one hooked up, have we? Okay, well, when we hook that one up, we'll do it. That's the cargo one, and then it comes all the way round down here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, where's this one going to go? And then up into our main thing over here. I want it this side. And then back again. Oh yeah, I was wondering why that wasn't working. Then all the way back again. So now I'm wondering, actually, complete the line, whether this other one that we've just done, we're going to change that. So let's put our lines in. So line 8 is the one that goes to my right. Yeah, we're going to delete that one. There we go. And we're going to do this again. So that one's going to come up there. That's going to connect to this line. It's going to follow all the way around here to the other side of the city. It's going to stop in there. There we go. Then it's going to continue all the way along here, all the way along here. It's going to stop over here where we have shops and things on this side. That's the direction the trains are going on that side. Then it's going to come all the way here, all the way past all of our factories and here into the stop right next to the one that goes the other way. There we go. And then it's going to go all the way back again. There we go. Excellent. So at any point when we're expanding or building on New Tealand, whoa, that was a close shave, we can add other people onto this route and add lines on it as well. Like this one over here that we haven't got hooked up yet. That would be great. So how about we do a little bit of detailing of some of these amazing structures that we've placed down. Okay, I think that's a good start. I like this little park you've got along here, so you can have a little wander, watch the trains go by, enjoy the view. And then what I'm thinking of this little area down here is I've changed this around a bit. Let me just move these rocks out of the way before they're completely destroyed. Hello, can you let me have them? If that would be nice, if you could. Thank you very much. And I can never work out where the centre of these things is to move them. It's never where you think it's going to be, which is like in the centre, but never mind. Anyway, yeah, I was thinking along here we could put in some of the new... Oh, now, where are they? Here we go, some of the new piers. And that's just reminded me, I might put one of the nice bridges in instead of this bridge that we've got over here. So let's have a look. City... Key wall, you can sort of wander over here after you've enjoyed a nice show. I think this one will be good, sort of along this section here. I tell you what, let's just draw it in, and then we can always sort of change it a bit, can't we, as we move along. If I turn anarchy off, we might get a better... Yeah, there we go, that's what I want. A better finish. So I'm not quite sure where this is going to end up, but let's see. Maybe let's just go along to there for now. We'll worry about the rest. And then I was thinking perhaps... What have we got? Simple seawall, tiered... stairs? What's that going to look like? Can I not upgrade this? Oh, darn it! What's going on here? I've got 2 upgrade buttons. What? Never seen that before. So if we go like that, that is going to be far too low. Yeah, maybe just one like that. So what's this one called here? Simple city key fenceless. And I'm guessing this one has a fence with the lights. Yeah, let's do that. So we go along here with that one. And then maybe along here with that one. I'm not entirely sure these two are going to play ball and connect. Nah, unfortunately not. But we might end up changing those then. But let's ignore that bit for now. Yeah, so I was thinking something like this. You could come out after your opera and just wander down here and enjoy some of the views, the sights and sounds. I like that. And then we can sort of hook those two things together. Let's just use some of these paths here. We could have one coming along there. And then we could have one coming straight down. Yeah. I think that's okay. That'll connect that all up. Excellent. Well, plenty of room for more detailing and more growth around there. But I think for now, we'll leave that and we'll have a look over here. So I just want to get some services in. And then we're going to fill this in and see what we get growing here and see what the area looks like. I'm just thinking as well about the power. Darn it. Where's our nearest connection to the power grid? We've got all this power over here. I'm just wondering for now whether we just run a power line all the way around. Oh dear. Hopefully without breaking anything. If I turn that on like that, all the way down the highway, and then later on, when we don't need it, we'll remove it. I'll probably just do that. Yep, there we go. That'll do, and the power will soon spread. Right, let me get some services in. Okay, I think that's everything we need. I'm just moving this to tuck it underneath there. I think that just looks great. There we go. It takes up that space, which means then our little medical clinic here could probably move and fit into that space. Ah, very cool. Then we've got our little school over there. It's all going to be low density anyway. This is going to be a park. This is our high school, and I am wondering whether we're just going to move that over to a similar area. Yeah, let's pop that over here as well. Let's just shiftify that around a bit. There we go. Excellent. Right, okay. So let's just pause the game a minute. So we definitely know that all of this is going to be... There we go. Low density commercial. We've got this set to be... whatever it was set to be. Can't remember with the theme. You know what I'm talking about. Let's just jump into here. Let's just jump into here. And let's just jump into here. Organic and local produce. There we go. So that's going to be over here. Okay, things are growing up nicely. It's starting to get busy. I've just put the international theme on here, so some of the buildings like this will end up disappearing. I don't really think that fits in with what we're going for here, but I'm liking this. I'm liking it. Oh, look at this old rundown house. Love it, love it. So I've got a public library in here as well. We've got a public swimming pool just to help with the education levels. We've got offices in here for working. And it's nice. I quite like it. Oh, we've managed to get our elder care and our child care buildings in as well. So it's not going to be a population powerhouse. But that wasn't the idea for this, was it? It was just to really make it look nice. What have we got here? This is a very tall... That to me does not look like an international building. Let's just check. Ah, there we go. That is why. Because our district does not cover that spot. But it does now. So you're going to have to leave and come back as something better. Right, let's just have a quick look at what we've got going on here. We can connect this up to the end. There we go, so people can get in and out there. And then perhaps we can do a little bit of detailing on our centre section here. That would be good. Can I touch and upgrade these paths? Now, that would be interesting. I know there was the Touch It mod, unlock segment. So we can... And I'll do that one and that one there. And can I upgrade those with this one? Hey, apparently I can. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Let's do that. Let's do that. Unfortunately, it doesn't meet in the middle. But I think that's okay. And then I can build off of there. Just looking at some policies for this area to see if we can help it out. I think recycling will be good because it's going to be a long way for the trash collectors to come over here. Smoking ban, no, that's fine. We've got a boost on parks and recreation. Education boost, no, that's fine. We'll pop this on. It gives extra police budget, more tourism tax income. Double the usual prison sentences. Why not? There's no downside to that. We should really have that everywhere. That would be good. Helicopter holds you don't need. Prefer ferries. I don't think any of the... Oh, recycle plastic. Oh, there isn't any in there, so that's fine. Prefer parks. Extra visitors. Yeah. Park maintenance boost. Why not? It's only a small area. Free Wi-Fi. We have no mail buildings, I don't think, in the whole of our city. So... I think that is definitely something we need to look at. For profit education, building upkeep minus 50%, reduce citizen happiness. No, don't want to do that. Increase happiness and entertainment, but with the library. Yeah, we've got a library there, so we're going to go for that one. We're also going to go for tax relief, tax relief, tax relief, tax relief, tax relief to really encourage people to move over here. And that is probably... NIMBY. No loud noises at night. No, that'll be fine. I think that is probably as much as we're going to need over here just to try and get some more people to move in. Industry 4.0. Well and highly educated. No, that's fine. Excellent. Yeah, the little farmer's market type thing I was going for over here just isn't going to work. It's just too much commercial in one spot and not enough people. So we've got lots of low density coming in here. It's not enough people to deal with all of that. So I've just removed it. We've got a few shops sort of spotted around in a couple of places. But apart from that, I'm just going to fill this up with houses. I think that'll be okay. So I'm just wondering whether, I mean, walking paths, we probably don't need any. Everything's sort of looped, everything's connected. Maybe a path or two just alongside the train station here. And for this area, we seem to be using this path. There we go. Sorry, you've just moved in with your house. Oh, hang on, I can't do that, can I? There's like a railway line there. Can I connect to that. I've never had to do that before. That's an interesting thought. You can't connect a path like you can a road to a railway line. I don't think I've ever tried to do that before, and that's why it's sort of surprising me. Okay, we'll just sort of go up and over the top here and see how we can do it. Oh, the only thing is we've got the wires going through here, haven't we? We don't want to be electrocuting our citizens. There we go. We'll go up like that. Excellent. I'm so pleased with the way this little sleepy community has come together to give people somewhere to come by train, to come to the Opera House, to come to the funicular railways you can see going up and down in the background, and just to enjoy the wonderful views from this side of PG Tips Mountain. Postal workers decided not to deliver post in the area around where they live. They are travelling through the Winky Wonky intersection all the way down the highway. Now that is really interesting. I had no idea they would do something like that. Hello everybody, welcome back to Cities Skylines with me, Biffa, here in the city of New Tealand. Now today we are going to be running an experiment during this episode. So the question is, how much of a difference to your city does the postal service make? Because I've realised just the other day I don't really have much of a postal service coverage in my city. So I've been thinking, I just want to level that out. There we go. I've been thinking that we need to run a little experiment to see. So what I'm going to do is take some facts and figures from our city and see how much difference it makes adding in much better postal service coverage. So which facts and figures are we going to be mostly interested in our city? And then once we see the outcome of this at the end, you can decide whether you would like to add these items into your city or whether you can just leave them, not have them in your city at all. So let's find out. So first of all, let's take a look at our info views, and we have the post office's info view down here. And as you can see, anything that's red has a low efficiency coverage of postal workers, and you know, most of the city is pretty rubbish. Look, you can see red everywhere. There's a few little spots of blue, and we'll come to those in a moment. But what do we already have in the city? Well, this is where we first started building in our city, and way back then, Biffa's brain remember to put in the odd post office. So these post offices will send out the vans in a small little area. So post vans in use, 11 out of 11. And they will collect the post. Now, my understanding is the post trucks then take that post over to the post sorting facility. But anyway, we have a post office here. We have another one over here, just tucked into this area. So that's why you can see a little bit of blue. Even though there's still lots of red around here, which is interesting. We'll come back to that. And then we move over here to Tranquility Point. We have another post office there. And then I think the last one we have is all the way over here. Here we go, in the Strawberry District on no problem at all. There we go, one more post office, and we can get all the figures in there. Excellent. So we have, what was that, 4? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they're all taking the post over here to the post sorting facility. Without a post sorting facility, your post offices would have to go in and out of the city themselves. But they will bring all of the post over to here. Look, there we go. There is a post van transporting mail to Westdale. So that truck is taking the mail outside of the city. Very good, very good. And we can see there unsorted mail, sorted mail. So it's doing a good job, plenty of capacity left. But why do we want to increase the coverage in our city? Well, the post collection has an effect on happiness of our citizens. So we go over here to our citizen happiness tab, and we can see that our citizens are pretty happy. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that screen there, and we're going to come back to compare at the end. So the bluer the screen, the more happier people are, and pretty much everybody is almost in the last category. So at the moment, I would say, even without fantastic postal coverage, or pretty poor postal coverage, let's be honest, everybody is still pretty happy. Now, why is happiness a benefit to us? Well, happiness can help in the upgrade of buildings. So let's have a look at our next info view of levels. Here we go. And the darker the colour, the higher the level of the building. So as we can see down here, these are pretty dark. These are pretty dark. And we've got some light ones along the front. And you can see on these graphs here, we do have maybe 2/3 residential, 2/3 commercial, 3/4 industrial, and maybe 1/3 offices are at the higher level. And the rest are at, you know, low to medium sort of level. Now, some of that will be to do with high-rise banning. For instance, over here in our new area, Primrose Hills, we haven't named this one yet. We'll get to that later. We have no tall buildings or whatever the, let's have a quick look at the policies in the city planning. High-rise ban over in this area. And that will be the same for a lot of areas. But we want to see how much of a difference that makes. So let's also take a screenshot of that, and we will compare that at the end. So as well as increasing the happiness, which has the knock-on effect of upgrading our buildings, it also means that our citizens will pay more tax. Now, at the moment, our tax rates are all at 12%. If we put those any higher, there's generally some complaints. And 12% is more or less seen as the figure that most people will pay. But why not? We'll take a screenshot of that as well. And let's see whether at the end we can encourage people to pay more tax. And maybe we'll compare that to our residential income, our commercial income, and our industry and office income as well. And then finally, with all of that going on, will it increase our population? We're at 60,202 people with a nice steady growth incoming, you know what I mean, of roughly 50 to 100 people a week. Yes, so let's see how all of this goes. So what I would like to test is finding one of our post offices that we already have placed and just seeing how far our postal trucks are willing to go. And this is quite a good example. It almost seems like there is a round area of effect around here. So let us grab, okay, let's have a look here. So this is the post sorting facility is bringing mail to the post office. So what do those trucks look like? Let's take a look. Yeah, so those are the big trucks like that. Excellent. Let's find one of the smaller postal vans. Here we go. So he's returning to the facility. He's unloaded all of his post. So let's find one who's actually going out to deliver post. Aha, he's just left. So he's now picked up the post that these larger trucks have dropped off, and he's going to deliver it around the area. So let's follow this guy here and see how far he will travel. And we can see as he goes along, all the buildings that he's passing are changing colour, which is great. And it's not a distance by the look of it. So he's at 70%, all of this going around the roundabout. It's only when he passes other buildings and unloads his mail, here he goes, it's going to go down again, that the figure starts going down. And this one's heading out on the highway. Now that's interesting. So this postal worker's decided not to deliver post in the area around where they live. They are travelling through the Winky Wonky intersection all the way down the highway past a whole nother area, Chai Beach. Now that is really interesting. I had no idea they would do something like that. Still going past Earl Grey Gardens, past the starting area of our map, Green Tea Square. No way! I thought they would just stick in a local area. I think this is actually going to be harder to work out than I thought it was. Aha! Sugar Cube Square. Is this where you're going to be delivering? It looks like it is. You've decided to come all the way over to Sugar Cube Square. Now, that to me is fascinating. So we can't say that each of these vehicles has an area of effect, or each of the buildings has an area of effect. It looks like they will be called out to anywhere that needs post, will deliver until they get to 100% or 0, deliver all their post, and then they're going to return to the facility again. Okay, so that is actually going to make it a little bit harder in working out what we're going to do. So it almost seems to me then, with that information in my brain, that we just need to keep placing down post office buildings until... Oh, this is going to be weird. Until all the areas are happy. Like, we don't have one on here. See, I bet let's just place one on here and see whether he will still leave the area to go and deliver somewhere else. Okay, so here we go. Under Mass Transit Postal Services, let's select a post office. We can see that there is a noise around them, which isn't very good. Is that actually a post office there? No, I don't think it was. No, okay, excellent. So I'm just wondering where... I mean, I would sort of normally put it down here, perhaps out of the way in our industry area, so as not to upset the residents around here. I think that would probably be the best idea. What I was wondering was whether even just placing one down will make people happy or unhappy. Let's just pop it at the end here. Sorry to the people that live here. Yeah, so we saw how far that spread. That spread to quite a distance over there. Now, there he goes. Look, you can literally see him going out delivering post already. So, unsorted mail. So, they literally come with some mail already. Now, that's interesting. Is this figure here tied in to all the other ones as well? Let's have a look. So, at the minute, let's pause. 38,000 unsorted mail. What's this one over here? 66,600. No. So, it's given a random figure in an area. And all 11 post vans have gone out, and I can't see any of them on the island. Are they all heading under here to come out and head off to somewhere else? I bet they are. Let's just see if we see any coming out here. There they go. There's 2 of them. And I bet a few more have already headed out. There's another one. Excellent. You cheeky so-and-sos. Not delivering post in your local area. Okay, so... how are we going to fix this problem? So, of course, there are mods that you can use where you can tell services to only service a certain area. So, obviously, we've got our district over here, and we could probably set... I've never used that mod, but we could probably set this as a service to say only look after the guys and girls in HMP Guilty area. And so on around the city. But I don't have that mod. I don't really want to get into that. I've looked into it before, and I think there possibly are little issues with it. I might be wrong. It might have changed now. But now the question is, how many post offices are we going to put around our city? See, these are now being happily dealt with, even though we don't have... well, I say happily. Some of these people on the main road are being visited, even though we don't have a post office over here. So how many do we need to put down to cover the whole city? Also, worth keeping in mind... our import and export figures as well, which I didn't mention before. I don't think that's going to make a huge difference on the city, but we'll take a screenshot. I've just set this one just to show the mail and our export as well. So, I mean, that's, I would imagine, just going to increase as we add more post offices. So let us go around our city. And I'm going to put, just as a starting figure, look, there must be a post van in here somewhere. These are starting to change colour. I am going to put a post office in each of our districts, at least one, and we'll see how much of a difference that makes. So let's start over here in Primrose. I also don't think that the... what is the area of effect of noise? It's only 10, so that is not too shabby. So I don't think anyone's going to really complain at that. But I think I'd rather get the happiness boost for everybody. So can I squeeze this in right by the train station? I can. There we go. That happiness boost goes across all of the city, which is great. Then you're going to go out and start delivering our post for us. Right, so that's Primrose Hill. Why don't we just move it in a clockwise direction? So over here, we have the Cedar District by the airport, of course. Lots and lots of big buildings in here. I'm assuming they have lots of postal needs. So let's see where we can fit one of these in here. Okay, here we go. We've got a nice little slot over here at the back. I think that would be the perfect place. As those trucks all go out, let's just zoom out and keep an eye on this area and see how much they cover this one, if they do this first or if they just drive all over the place instead. Yep, looks like most of them are leaving. We can see them all coming down here. They're all going. They're not being forced to leave. I have fixed this little area here. So, yeah, I'm wondering, while I'm doing this, whether there is some sort of age attached to the postal needs. You know, this area over here has been waiting longer than that area, so they will go over there first. Maybe something like that. Look, as we literally sat here, I can see the colours changing to blue, which is great. So more of our city is being covered. Nice. Okay, so then we have our Green Tea Fields Farm. Now, this is showing as a low efficiency. I'm assuming these still have postal needs. But I wouldn't put a post office over here in a farming area. So I'm not going to do that. But right next to it, we have Elizabeth Square. And, oh, there we go. And the Crest District. This has given us a nice little tour of our areas as well, isn't it? Which is fantastic. So let's see what we've got going on in here. No post offices in here. I mean, it's a pretty big population in this area. So almost 4,000 in that section. Almost 4,000. So 8,000 people in that section. I don't know. I'm reckoning at least a couple of post offices. One on each side, maybe. There we go, and we can see the effect spreading over there. Excellent. So that's two we have in here now. One there and one over here. So let's just watch that and see whether that makes much of a difference. Already we can see the colours going. Look, look, look. There they go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Will they reach as far as Dean Square? As that's a teeny tiny little district, I'm going to sort of hope that gets covered by these two. This section down here and Sugar Cube Square, I don't think that has a... No, the nearest post office is all the way over here. And this is a very big area. So over 5,000 people there. Sparty Hub. Maple Gardens. No, which is the name that we're looking for. Sugar Cube Square. I'm looking at the district names. Oh, that's the university. Of course it is. Crest Heights. So 4,500 people there. This is all shops. So maybe perhaps over between these two would be a good one. I'm going to pop it over here, as this seems right out on a limb. You can come in and out on this way, but yeah, let's pop one over here as well. And there we go. Look, we've got the perfect spot right down here. There's no buildings around that one, so I'm actually going to put some high-density residential in there. Make sure the district's covering that. Yes, it is. There we go. And they're going to start heading out and dealing with the post in this area. And I'm hoping that's maybe going to overlap and cover some of this as well. I'm actually thinking Sugar Cube Square. Whoa, what is going on with our water? Sewage treatment is very, very low. Okay, let's just quickly fix that. Over in our industry area is where we've got all our sewage. I think that's the pumping service. Eco Advanced Water Inland Treatment. We could probably do with adding a little something like that. Okay, we're going to pop a couple of these over here. Let's grab that again. There we go. We'll hook those up and then hopefully that will cover. There we go. And there we go. Should have electricity. Yep. Hopefully that will be everything we need. Yep, there we go. And then we just need some more water being made available as well. Over here, there's no pollution along here at all. This is just a sort of cargo type area. So I'm going to pop in a couple of these large water towers. There we go. And I'm pretty sure, let's pop this on here, that is going to be... Oh, okay. Well, we'll go to there. We'll hook that one into there. That is going to be plenty of coverage. So let's check that. Yeah, we're fine. Excellent. Yeah, so back to Sugar Cube Square. This is such a high density type area. We really do have to have some postal services in here. So I'm hoping we can find a nice little spot where we can slip one in without destroying anything else. And yep, here we go. The perfect little spot over here between these two paths that come down. Excellent. And then, yeah, look, everybody is happy. The little trucks are going out and start servicing. Hopefully this area. And immediately things start upgrading, which is exactly what we want to see. Those little green arrows that are popping up. There's another one there. There we go. There we go. Which is really good. There's like two little things that are popping up, which is interesting. I wonder if I could get to see what they are. Let's wait and see if it happens again. There we go. Look. So it's like a little money one. So I wonder if that is something to do with the tax. If you know what that is, let me know in the comments below. But there we go. So I think between those two there, this one here and that one over there, hopefully we're going to cover all of that. Now I'm looking at this section in the middle here. Of course, this is a lot of population in here. So yeah, let's pop another one in over here as well. There we go. Just pop that one in over there. So I think between that, we've got all of these areas over here covered. So now we're coming down here to the industry area. And of course, I mean, we do have the postal, and we can see, look, some of these are turning blue. So even industries have needs for post. Look, there we go. Perfect example. That's turning blue. And these are like the little cargo storage containers. So trucks are coming here. So maybe we'll leave that for now. We'll concentrate on the areas where there's more people. Now, we do have a post office right here. And we do have one right over here as well. But they're still not sort of covering these here. But I don't think we need another one there. I'm thinking we possibly need another one over here. So we've got one in Tranquility Point, but not one in Chai Beach, although that seems to be covered well. But what I'm doing here is maybe going for a little bit of realism as well. So if we add one in this area, then trucks from some of the other ones we've got aren't going to travel over here. They're maybe going to stick more to their own area, like these ones down here are doing a bit. So let's see if we can pop one in Chai Beach. Oh, and right on the end here, there is just a spot that hasn't been zoned. We're going to pop that one there. There we go. How far is that happiness going to reach? Oh, almost all the way to the end. Excellent. Oh, just spotted this needs rebuilding over here. Ah, that's why we ran out of water. The fire. Oh, we've got far too much water now, probably. Never mind. So there we go. All the trucks are going to head out. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see where these ones go. I'm just going to follow one of these. Well, that's a station wagon, so that won't be the one. Let's follow this one here. He's got 100%. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there we go. So he's heading off to a totally different area. So I think, yeah, like I said, if we have our areas covered, then there's going to be less crossover. Okay, so that is, for now, I think, our main island covered. I'm still wondering whether to put one extra one down here. Or with the farm. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Let's leave it like that and see how that goes. And let's move to no problem at all, which has a few problems. So we can see, look down here already, they're changing colour. So this post office, it seems like they stick to the main roads and don't go off the side road very often. But I think one on this whole area, which has a population of, what have we got? 0 in there. Myrtle Square, 1,200. Nearly, oh, so that's 10,000-ish altogether. Those are parks. Highland Gardens is a park. Yeah, so 11, 12,000 people. One little teeny tiny post office is not enough. So I'm wondering whether to try and squeeze one down the front here somewhere. As I said that, this truck's coming along here, look. And dealing with all of those. Yeah, I'm actually going to put him over here in this area because it's not zoned. We have a few services down here. Let's put him on that side road there. And again, my thinking is, you know, they're going to travel, hopefully, between the two of those, cover this island. So there we go. That will do for that one there. And then over here in Orlando Heights, Sunset Heights, Aspen Park, Alien Rock Park, and our zoo. Now, this zoo is red. I'm assuming they're not going to drive into the zoo because these are all paths. So that's probably always going to stay red. What would this area be named? Have I completely missed any names for that area? But yeah, with all the people that are on here, I don't think we've got any post offices over here at all. No, we haven't. So let's pick our most densely populated areas. I think maybe one over here to help deal with all the industry would be good. And there's some nice little spots, look, along the front. Maybe over here, look, next to whatever that is. medical clinic. That would be good. We'll have one there. And even though there's trucks coming over here, I'm going to put one in the what would this area be named section. There must be somewhere here where I can squeeze one in. Oh, look, right next to there would be good. I'm going to destroy a house. Yeah, sorry, residents. We're going to take out that one house there. Let's just make sure nothing else is going to be zoned next to it. Yeah, so I think between that one, this one here, and this is a huge built-up area. So definitely one over here as well. Although this gets pretty busy with the traffic. But I just think, yeah, I think we could squeeze one in right on the end over here. It's quiet. Yeah, there we go. Why not? So there we go. We've got excellent coverage on this area. And then that's probably, I'm sure they were... Oh, what's going on with the power? Power problems. Power's just not reaching that far. Oh, okay. It's coming in. It's going. Getting some brownouts. Have we got fires going on somewhere? I don't think this figure's going up and down. I think we're okay. We probably just need a little bit more power. Yeah, I'm just going to pop an advanced wind turbine over here. I'm hoping it will connect to there. It will. Excellent. And just give a little bit of a boost over here. Yeah, there we go. That's okay. And that's not spoiling any views or anything, is it? No, that's fine. That's okay. Don't think that should be a problem at all. Okay, so here we are at our lonely post office sorting facility. This place is going to get super, super busy. I am worried about the traffic in this area, so we may move it. I'll see how that goes, but we have gone from 4 post offices to 16 post offices. We've quadrupled our post offices in New Tealand. Yeah, I think we're going to have some problems here with the traffic. Let's just take a quick look in this view. We can see all the trucks coming and going, and it is holding this up a lot. I'm wondering whether the Mayor of New Tealand would say, yeah, we can delete you. You were just me testing some stuff. Whether the Mayor of New Tealand would say, we've upgraded our infrastructure so much in this area that we can relocate our post-sorting facility. And I'm thinking over here somewhere, perhaps, where it is not so busy. Let's just take a quick look at the size of that building. Yeah, if that was going to fit in there, I'd have to flip the other way around, and I'm still not sure. And then I want to squeeze that in here without touching the road. Would that fit in there? No. So we would need a whole new area. Now here, actually, coming off of this roundabout would be perfect. It would have its own access to everywhere. Why don't we do that? And we can finally get rid of what I can only be described as either a bird has gone smack into the ground and left its mark, or a weird sort of aeroplane motif. I don't know. Should we keep it? I just think it's going to go. Anyway. Oh, I decided to keep it. I've moved it over there. Yes, I can never get rid of anything. So let's put a little upgrade in here. I'm going to just keep things running in the background while we're doing this. So, yeah, let's just go for standard 2-lane road, no parking. And let's have a look. How are we going to do this? I don't think we want to make it too complicated. I mean, we could literally come straight down like that to use this space over here. This is where it's going to be. 2-way road, no parking. I think we'll use this one here. Oh, that's a teeny tiny road, isn't it? I wouldn't realise that was a small road. I thought that was a 2U road, but it's like a teeny tiny 1U road. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do anyway is upgrade this bit so it's got 2 coming out. We'll leave this one and see what happens. And then we could put it on that side. They could come in, they could drop off, they could turn around the end, and they could go. Knowing how busy this is going to be, I'm thinking a very small little roundabout on the end there would actually probably help. 1U, one-way road, no parking. Let's do that. Just something like that to go around. Excellent. And then let's just pause the game. Look at all these trucks. I can just see them all coming in. There we go. Look, loads and loads and loads of them. Let's take that. And that is not going to fit like that because it goes the other way round. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's try that again. It's going to be up against that road there. All right, let's just move some things down a bit here. Hold on. Let's do this. We're going to pop it up against the side there. Oh, seriously? Okay, we're going to anarchy that in. And then I'll move this bit, make it a little bit smaller. There we go. That should be fine. And then what I was thinking of doing here, because they're going to come in and out of there now instead of over here. I think that's going to be okay. They'll come down there, they'll come out, and then what I don't want them is to cross over this street. I want them to go around, turn around there, and then come back out again, so they don't get in each other's way. But it might actually, now I've done all that setup, it might actually work okay. It's going to take a while for the trucks to realise this place has moved. The other thing we could have a quick look at is the spawning points. So we've got... Oh, it says it's too far from the road for some type of vehicles. Now, that's interesting. I've literally just placed it up against the side of the road. That's a little bit odd. Let's give these guys some water. There we go. Electricity should be fine. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, very odd. I mean, I've literally just placed this down. That shouldn't cause a problem. I'm wondering if that's to do with the fact that they're still going perhaps to the other one. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move those a little bit closer to the road. Like that, and the same for this one. And I think, to be honest, that'll probably fix itself once the trucks have stopped going to this spot over here, which we know they will do for a while. There we go. Oh, he's getting confused. He's turned around to come back. Let's just see what happens. Oh, there we go. I just saw some movement. Okay, so I've changed this to a road with a median, so now they have to come down here and turn around, which is fine. We're just going to set this up. I don't want anybody giving way, and then I want you just to go straight there, and then when you come out you can just pick either one of those. And I also need to just check this, which I've just thought about. Let's remove that. That might be the reason why no one's coming over here. And then there we go, look, they're all thinking about it now. And then we'll just, nope, let's do that. We'll do the give way there, and I think that should be okay. Why are you all turning down there? You don't need to, you know. You can choose where you want to go when you get to this node. So yeah, it might be just because I've monkeyed with things. And then we're going to do give way there, so it's no traffic lights. And I think once everybody's sorted themselves out, there we go, this will start working as intended. So I will keep an eye on this. So the idea now is, got some free space over there. All the traffic's going to come this way instead. And I'm going to let the city run for, what should we say, about half an hour. And then we can just look at the figures that we've taken and see whether what we've done has made much difference. So quadrupling from 4 up to 16 post offices hopefully has had a good effect on our city. So I'll let this run and I will be back with you. Look, no one's being forced to come down here anymore. Why are you coming down here? Oh, they're using this as a turnaround instead of this. I don't know. I'll look into that anyway. I'll be back with you in, well, half an hour for me, about 3 seconds for you. Just quickly before I do that, look, I've moved this spot closer because if you hover over this, it gives an area of effect. So I don't know whether that's a spawning points mod or what that is, the problem is. But look, now I've moved the green one forward. You can see trucks coming from that, but not from the red one. I'm going to move this forward, and then suddenly this one's going to kick in as well. There we go. It's not red anymore. And that will send trucks out. We've obviously just sent them all out from the green spot. But yeah, maybe a little bug there. I'm not entirely sure. But now this is 100% working. Okay, so the game has been running for, I'd probably say about 40 minutes, something like that. So one of the other things we wanted to test before we do anything else is whether we could increase our tax rate. Obviously, we've got these figures down here, which probably aren't going to change too much unless these things up here change. So I am going to bump all of these up by 1%. There we go. And then we need to take a look around our city. Let's put it on fast speed for a moment or two, just to see whether there are any complaints about tax. And if we just sort of move around here, there are no immediate complaints about tax over here on this side of the city. That is good. You're complaining about noise. That's kind of tough. You're complaining about noise. Excellent. That's really good. What about over here? HMP guilty. No complaints about tax that I can see over here. Let's maybe come around this way. Tranquility Point. Everybody seems happy. Chai Beach. Everybody's happy. Getting towards the first areas that we built in. Things are looking good. Ooh, I'm wondering whether we could go even higher. Everybody on the industry front is still pretty pleased. Yep, no complaints around here. Excellent. Sugar Cube Square. Ah, here we go. There you go. Our first complaints. This shop over here. This small little supermarket. Oh, some of these are kicking in. Ah, okay. Maybe it's taken a little longer than I thought for this unhappiness to kick in. Let me just run the game for a minute. Right, we are getting some complaints, and the interesting thing is it's mostly the offices. So let's just pause the game a moment. It's offices over here that are complaining on no problem at all. Everybody else, what's that there? That's a little bit of commercial complaining. I'm wondering whether we could get away with it on our residential, but maybe not so much. Oh, some of these guys. See, these guys I would expect to complain because the lower land value right over here. That would make sense. So maybe what we could do is tweak it a little bit and say, oh, all of these are complaining. All of our high density people here. That is a shame. I was thinking maybe, let's just keep running the game. Oh, somebody's upgraded somewhere. That might be an end of year thing. Yeah, now all of these are complaining. All of these are complaining. Yeah, I don't think we can have an over... See, these are quite happy over here. Few complaints over there. But I don't think we can have a sweeping upgrade of taxes to the whole of our city. It seems like... Yeah, all of these down here. Complaints over here. Too many complaints to micromanage. So that has answered that question. Unfortunately, we cannot increase all of our tax rates altogether. Darn it! There we go, our population is creeping back up again. Now, you may remember before we started doing this test, our population was just over 60,000. And before we did that little test with the taxes, it was just over 60,000. So without changing anything else, the population stayed about the same. Let's check our coverage now. Here we go. So the efficiency has gone through the roof. There's a few little red spots. So things like there's no saying that. Look, I suppose there's some roads in here. Actually, no, there isn't. Is there? How did the postman or postwoman get in here to this building, the Zoo Souvenir Shop? Maybe when they come over here to the side gate or the entrance, it assigns a random. We've picked up the post from your building to parks and universities? That's an interesting question. But overall, looking at the buildings, so much more blue, so much less red, here we go, than we had before. There's a few parks that haven't been touched. This is an old building that's broken down anyway. But overall, I would say that is pretty good. These like university buildings again. Oh, there we go. Look, even our farming area has had its post picked up all the way over here in our little mountainside, more or less covered. So that is not bad at all. You might find maybe adding one more in just adds a whole load of extra trucks to the fleet. But I think that will probably be okay. One thing we can always do is in our post service, we're actually at 101%. That teeny tiny extra amount adds a whole nother truck. So I'm just going to leave that like that. And I've done that on most other things as well, as you can see. So yeah, our coverage has increased, which is great. So what about some of the other facts and figures? We were talking about our happiness. So perhaps we will have up on the screen what the happiness looked like before. So as we can see, the residential happiness has not changed. The commercial happiness has not changed. The office happiness has risen by 1%. And the industrial happiness has not changed. So even though postal work, postal services increased the happiness overall, our happiness was so high, it actually made no difference at all. Apart from the offices, they're happier for getting all of their junk mail out to the Tiwis living in New Tealand. So next we have this very dark info view here, which is the levels of our building. Perhaps will pop up on the screen now. The levels we had before. Residential looks exactly the same. Commercial looks exactly the same. Offices, we've had a decrease, it looks like. So an increase in mid-level buildings, a decrease in high density, just a tiny amount there. And industry looks exactly the same. I'm wondering whether that is for some dead buildings, perhaps, maybe because we put the taxes up. But I would say it's barely any difference at all. So it's, you know, made next to no difference to the levels in our city. The side effect, what I reckon, one of the things that might be a side effect to that is our city is such a well-established city, and we have such good coverage of everything else that all the buildings have already hit the high levels that they were going to hit. So maybe postal services will help boost this and speed up increasing to higher levels. And once they've got to the top levels and as far as they're going to go, that is it. So just very quickly looking at our tax levels here, I'm just going to look at the overall figure at the bottom here. So that has probably increased by about 800. So that's not too bad. You know, that's a slight increase. Looking at our commercial zones, 94, that's dropped ever so slightly. Maybe from me possibly taking out the odd building when I was placing the post office. I tried not to. But our industry's increased by 800, 600, something like that. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, something along those lines anyway. So negligible difference to the economy. Yeah, we did increase, didn't we, some of this up here. So maybe that has made a bit of a difference. And then finally, our outside connections. So we're importing about half as much mail as we were before. So what I think that means is before people wanted mail and the only place they could get it was from outside the city. Whereas now they have lots of other options of all the other post offices that we've placed around the city. So they can call in their mail from there instead. That's what I think that figure means. So that's good. You know, we're being more self-sufficient. Again, as well with exporting, we're not making so much mail than having nowhere to send it. Before was 857, now only 68. So again, being more self-sufficient. So that is a boost, perhaps you could say. Less outside traffic. And of course, there's one more thing to keep in mind for our postal services is the expenses. Now, I didn't check these before, but we've quadrupled, haven't we, the amount of post offices we've had. So you can do the maths, and that is just a straight expense. It's a service that we give to the city that we don't make any money from that by the look of it. They obviously don't pay for stamps and things. So yeah, that is an interesting thing to also take into consideration. And then we have our city-wide policies, which I am going to turn on. So we have free Wi-Fi, which the effects are reducing mail accumulation by 15%, cost 2 credits a building. So I'm going to put that on. So I'm thinking now that's going to mean the effect our buildings have on our city, our post offices, is going to increase because the mail accumulation will be less, so they can go further. That's how I read that one. And then automatic sorting as well increases mail capacity by 10% and costs 300 credits per, or tea leaves, 300 tea leaves per city post office building. So we're going to pop that one on as well, and maybe we'll see a little bit of an increase in the coverage of our city with those turned on. So in conclusion, what can we say about the post offices? Well, it seems that they do make a little bit of difference here and there. Maybe a difference that would be more noticeable when you first start your cities. They would help things to grow quicker, perhaps to higher levels, increase happiness. But when you've got a well-established city such as New Tealand, it seems like you don't really need them. But I think for realism's sake, and it's something in the game that we can play with, it increases traffic, it gives us more things to deal with, we are going to leave them in. First of all, let's just move that over there. What the heck is going on? Hello everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of Cities Skylines with me, Biffa, and here we are in the city of New Tealand, and we're looking at our new area that we made in the last episode, I believe. We have our opera house there on the front, we have our little community, we have our train station, and we are going to do some major changes. Yes, I've been reading through the comments, and you have had some fantastic ideas that we're going to implement. So they are going to make this little area here even better. So as we watch the sunset, let's enjoy that with a quick sip of tea, and then we're going to dive right in. Okay, so where shall we start? Let's just zoom in a little bit and have a closer look. So there was lots of comments about the changes that I made to the railway line here, and you are absolutely right. I absolutely butchered this. We added this little bypass that went along here, lowered it all down, did all sorts of things, and of course we have train stations that have raised rail, so we could have just split this off, kept this rail up in the air. But there's been some even better suggestions that what we can do, and this is going to tie in with another suggestion we have of moving the Opera House. As much as I like the start of what we've got here with the car parks and everything, we're going to make it even nicer. We'll come back to that in a moment. So this train station here, yeah, that is going to go, so we're going to delete that one there. This line that comes off here, that is also going to go, so we're going to delete all of this. There we go. And we've already got the line that comes in here, and it's got this extra split that comes down here to this old area. This line is also going to be replaced, but we'll come back to that. But what we're going to do is we're going to fit a bypass station into here. So of course we've got the new content creators pack, and we have some of these down here. Now let's just have a quick look. I'm just wondering, yeah, I think we're still going to use it as a bypass, even though we're going to remove this line down here. So we've got all sorts of options. The ground bypass station is quite large. This one is probably, yeah, that's got 2 lines. That's too large. I like this one, the ground island platform station, although that goes off at a weird angle, doesn't it? And these 3 are elevated. It looks like it's going to have to be this one here. If we just use Anarchy to drop that in, and let's think. I think I want that as far over here as possible. And let's just take a look at the back. Yeah, that's okay. That still doesn't interfere with that, although none of this is lined up. So what we could do is maybe use a bit of the Move It mods to get these all to line up. So let's just see if we can do that. In fact, I'll tell you what, now that I've done that, I'm just going to delete this and line this up this way instead. I think that'll work a lot better. Is that straight? That doesn't seem like that is straight. No, it isn't. Okay, let's just redo this. I would like to get this totally straight. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That is definitely straight now. Excellent. Which I thought these roads were straight before. I mean, it looks like it was, but I don't know what was going on there anyway. So let us just sort this out. There we go, that will do for now. So now we can get this rail hooked up again. So we're just going to have one line coming out of there. I think that'll be okay. And then if we just smooch that round to there, excellent. And then we want to connect to this line that's going up and over the top, because as we said, this other one is going to disappear. And now that I'm doing this, I'm just thinking what I wanted to do is the other excellent suggestion, which was from, and I hope I pronounce this correctly, Tin Cameling, Tin spelt T-I-J-N, was to move the Opera House from here down to this section at the end. And I just think that is absolutely inspired. So we're going to move the Opera House here, and then all of this side is going to be leisure and tourism. So first of all, let's just move that over there. What the heck is going on? Is that going to be a problem? No, it's redrawn itself. That's fine. Excellent. I was a bit worried there. Let's take this one here, and we're going to just draw this out. We'll see how this goes. We'll grab that. That can come out. Oh, tons of space. Look at that. So that was right on the end. How about that for a stunning view for the Opera House? And then this line down here, what I would like to also fit in is a metro, because of course we have, let's just spin ourselves around here, Tarantula Metro over here, which is running lines all over the place. And we've got this line here, and even this one here, which we could loop round and connect to bring people into this area, as well as the trains. That's fine. So I'm thinking we are definitely going to do that, which means I would like this to be a raised metro, if at all possible. That's quite funny. I do get a lot of people asking me, why is it I put everything above ground? Do I not like tunnels? What's my aversion to tunnels? And I don't really have an aversion to tunnels. I just like to see things. I mean, we do have our metro tunnels, don't we? Let's just bring that, yeah, level with that, and then we'll just get that at the right height. There we go. Yeah, that's all okay. But I just like to see things above ground. I like to see the trains moving and all that sort of stuff. What I want to do is get that, like that, out at a right angle, and I'm going to butt that up against here if I can. That's, that hasn't got a straight edge, is it, down there? It's almost, yeah, I've never noticed that before. That one's straight, and that one sort of bows out a little bit. Okay, that's fine. We're going to make this work. And then in here, we'll go back to our content creators pack, switch it over to metro stations. We've got these ones. And I was thinking the elevated island platform station. How does that connect? Oh, that goes over a road, doesn't it? I didn't think of that. What's this one here? That's a dual island platform, elevated bypass. So that comes in and out both ends. That also goes over the road. Ah, okay. I was thinking I could butt that up against here, but obviously not. So how are we going to get this one to work? Tell you what, if we delete this over here, and then we're going to stretch this road out like this, and then we're going to set that at the same height as this, or should we set it at the same height as that? Yeah, I think that's okay. And then how does that work if I hook that up over the top? So that actually, let's have a look. That fits up against there nicely. I'm liking that. Now, we're just assuming that the metro is not going to be too noisy. We're also assuming that this thing here is all soundproof, so any opera that you're listening to inside is not going to be affected by the metro, because I know I'm going to get loads of comments about that. So that is the idea. We're going to move this along as well. I would like this to be right up against there. So I think that is as close as we're going to get. And I like the way that these two buildings mesh together. I'm just wondering whether we could just ever so slightly bring that out. Oh, yeah, it's starting to affect the land down here. And I think this is as well. So I think that is probably about as far as it's going to be able to go without looking too weird. And I think that should be okay. And then we can bring our metro line through here, which means I want another stop over here. Okay. Decisions. Okay, so now I'm looking at this area here, and this train station will do nicely, or metro station, the elevated metro station, and I really want the metro just to run on a straight shot down there, which means this needs to be changed around a bit. And what I was wondering whether is, you know, a lot of money's being sunk into this area to redevelop it, to make it a tourist trap for people to come and visit. You know, there's going to be a lot of building that's going to be going on at this end of the island. So I'm just wondering whether we could lower this highway into a tunnel. Yes, everybody says I don't like tunnels. And let's just give this a go. So actually, I could just do this. Let's grab that with a picker mod and turn this into a tunnel. Maybe from like this straight part here. We'll come back and we'll adjust how that looks in a sec. Across there. Is there a little... What, have I left a little road connection in there? I think I have. Maybe to sort of there. What the heck is going on? Let's delete that. Oh, I have. Look, I've left a little road connection in there. Have I? Willow Street. But I can't. Let's try and come out of this view and delete it. Hey, there we go. Everything's underground. And then we could just use the Move It mod to drop this all down a bit. There we go, that's much better. A nice slope in there. And now we've got all this land up here that we can build on. Because, I mean, I could run the line along the front, but I just wanted to keep all the transit, all the metro, all the stuff together up here like that. So now what we need is... actually, let's come out of the Move It mod. Will this just attach to this road? It will, but that's sort of facing the wrong way. I wanted it sort of further down here. So how about a little, here we go, let's grab a 1U road. 1U road, one way with parking. Let's go for that and see if we can do something here. So if I butt that up against there, that is going to be sort of digging into there, which is fine. And then what we can do is we grab the Move It mod, we'll go above ground, we'll take that, that, and that. How far out does that have to go to not be weird? I think that would be perfect right next to each other. Excellent. So now we can sort of hook into this along here. So what I'm going to do is, let me just think. If I grab my metro, there we go. This one here. We're going to go above ground. I want that to be this height. There we go. So that's going to stay that height it is. And I'm going to just draw that over the top of this railway line. Whoa! Come here. There we go. We're going to draw that over the top and then we'll come back and get rid of that train line in a moment. So if we go all the way to the end there, and then hopefully if I hold delete on there and go over the top, it's going to get rid of the metro line as well. Okay, we have to carefully do this underneath. There we go. Excellent. We do have this line coming off down here, but we'll worry about that in a moment. That is going to hook up to here. How are we going to get all of these to hook up? Let's just grab our train line. So that can sort of come straight out for now. Yeah, we'll do that. So now we need to fit this one in over the top. I mean, we could just literally go over the tunnel. We could move the tunnel further up, which actually I think is a better idea. So let's do this. There we go. That gives us more room to play with. Then we'll just use the move it mod again, and we'll grab that, and that. Set that to this height. There we go. Perfect. That's good. We might just line these up a bit better. Let's do that. Do you know what? I think that's about as near as we're going to get, which is fine. So that now gives us some space to play around here. So let's just have a look. Oh, we've got fences and all sorts of things under there. Let's just bring this maybe round here. Maybe we'll start on this bit. Let's grab a nice straight bit here. So that can come out to there. Let's go back a bit. Yeah, like that. I'd like these to sort of line up similar-ish. Similarly, that'd be the word, to there, and then we could curve them round. Okay, how about this? As we get along here, we're just going to run this over the top of the train line, which I just think looks fantastic, and then we can try and connect these two up, and our train line is going to scooch underneath and then come up and over the top, which means we need to drop our road down a little bit. Getting a bit stuttering in the game today, which is a bit weird. I bet it's one of those occasions where a mod has updated and broken something. Oh, we all love it when that happens, don't we? Yeah, so I'm thinking of something like that. Move it mod would be nice. Now move it mod isn't... There we go. We just shiftify that round a bit. Yeah, there we go. And then if we get that node, and that node, and we'll just line those up. Slope objects. I think we've got it. We just need to move this out a bit. Just because of that stone thing. And I'm thinking that that's high enough. Not for a flying bike, but that's okay. And then I like the way this comes over the top and underneath. And then we just need to connect these two up. And I'm just wondering whether we can use one of our new mods to do that. So let's jump into the network multi-tool. Let's turn off the move it mod. There we go. We're going to use the create connection mode. We're going to select our first segment here and our second segment there. And it's going to do some sort of wacky thing. Then we'll change direction by clicking on there. There we go. So that is like a straight connection now, which of course I could have done myself. But what I wanted was sort of like an even bend in each one, like this. So if we get that 42 meters, 45 meters, I'm thinking 40, what's that, 40.4. We can match that up. 3, 5, 6. It's like randomly jumping, depending on which way I'm moving. 8, 4, there we go, let go. So that is a nice smooth instead. And now this will cost us money as well. The mod's been updated, so you don't get free roads out of it. Press enter. I don't think that's too bad, is it? Like that, and then connect over there. Excellent, that's good. You know what, sometimes you get halfway through a build and you think, I'm just not liking the way this is lining up. I just don't like the way that this scooches out and all of that sort of thing. I think we are going to, as another famous Cities Skylines player would say, City Planner plays, call a mulligan on this. And I don't think you should be afraid to do that when you're building in Cities Skylines. I like the way this comes down over the top. I just don't like the way that this all sort of meets in the middle. And I know there is this one here, the train metro hub, which will take our train and our metro Oh, here we go. Look, we've got that one over here in the same one. I'm just thinking whether we could get this working instead. So let's just grab that and turn it around the other way. So that means our train line is at the top and our metro is at the bottom. Or do I want it with the train line at the bottom? Actually, yeah, I think we'll have it this way round. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, that's our metro line up there. Yeah. Want to get this right. So I'd like the metro line to connect up with that metro line there, which means a bit of hawky-balkiness with the roads. So let us delete some of these. So I'm going to pop that in there. Then we're going to readjust this. So I'm going to use the Move It mod. And we'll worry about the roads in a moment. There we go. And then if we grab our metro line, let's bring this into there. If we do that one, that will slope nicely, hopefully. Yeah. And then this one round here, which is almost straight. There we go. So now we can see how best to line this up. Actually, it's lined up with this side okay, isn't it? Let's ignore the slope for now, but that is, I would say, pretty straight. So this one down here can be adjusted a bit. Well, that's fine, because our railway line is going to be adjusted a bit. So let's just maneuver that for now. So we're going to bring this one straight out. We'll go to there, and then we can go underground, can't we, from this point, and connect up to there. And then this line here now, let's just take that back. Just wonder whether we could have this lined up against here. And then connect that up to down here. That could actually work. And then we could connect these two up. Nope. Let's try that again with this one. Through here. Like that. Oh, that is perfect. So we just need to curve this around. Oh, I'm much happier with this. I'm much happier with this. To here. And then go into there. There we go. There we go. And then all we need to do is get this line underneath connected to there. And I think that just works much, much better. Yeah, something weird going on with the metro train tunnel connection. But yeah, I'll get that sorted out. And then we just need to get this perhaps to go. I'm going to delete this road here. And that can curve underneath here. Is there any other train lines to remove? There is. Let's just get rid of those. We'll get rid of these fences as well. There we go. And that can just come under there and connect to there, couldn't it? Yeah, so let's grab that. There we go. So that's got the connection, and then I'll just sort out the heights off camera. Okay, everything's all leveled out. I think that is looking good. I'm much happier with this. I think this works much better, doesn't it? With the line coming straight through here and going up. And then this straight metro all the way through over here to the Opera House. Excellent. So what are we going to do with all of this space over here? And we need to get this hooked up as well. Well, we'll work on that in a moment. Let's just have a quick look at our metro lines. What do we have? Do we have one coming up here? No, we don't. So that's this middle one over here. So if we just add a line on there, then that's going to come up and stop on here. Yeah. Not showing it, but it looks like it added. Then that's going to come to here. Add stop. Is this not working? Add stop. Why is it not showing me the flipping thing? Oh, my goodness me. Hang on a sec. Let's go all the way back down here and try that again. Once more, we're going to start there. Then it's going to come up. See, that is on the wrong line, isn't it? That is on here. Let's go there. And then it's going to go up this middle line, and it's going to go, there we go, there we go. I don't know what was going on there. Me being a bonehead, quite likely. There we go. Then we're going to go there. And then we're going to go back again. So we'll add a stop there. We'll add a stop over here. And then we'll finish that up down there. Excellent. Okay, so this is going to be Tarantula, which, we're going to need to rename that, don't we? Tarantula Station. I think that was almost what it was before. All the way over here to... oh, yeah, we're going to need to think of a name for this area here, aren't we? Just this little point over here, I think, is going to be a separate district. Yeah, okay. So we're going to change this. We've got Primrose Hills, which is going to be where the people live on that side over there. And then we're going to have a separate district down here, which is going to take in... Let's bring that all the way over here. Whatever we end up putting in here. And our opera house as well. So, yeah, let us know a name for this. Excellent. There we go. This is going to change to Primrose Tea Hills, which was the suggestion of Olaf the Orange. Thank you very much for your suggestion there. There we go. So we'll do that one. Excellent. Very good. Very good. So obviously we need some water. We need to connect up some of our roads and things here. That's good. And this one here, I think now could very easily come in and connect down here. So if we just bring that to sort of there. And then we're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. And just see if we can bring that. Okay, let's do it this way. Bring that into here as a slope. I was hoping that would work much better. What would be a better way of doing this? Actually, we just bring the bridge a little bit closer. And then we're going to go to there. And then we're going to delete this on here. And we're going to go straight. There we go, down to there. That should give us a nice slope. Excellent. We can just use the slopey tool. There it is. They've reordered themselves. That confused me there for a moment. We'll go from there down to there. There we go. Excellent. And then all we'll just do is change this type of road here to one of those. And that one there as well. There we go. That slopes in there nicely. And then this can connect up to whatever we end up with over here. Excellent. And then also, before we forget it, even though we can't move this stop over here, which is the one that used to do this, we are going to create another line. I want it on this side. Is it going to let me create a line from there? Okay, and then that's going to come around this way, follow this orange line. There we go. Oh, look, there's the other stop. Ah. Okay, hold on. Can I monkey with this somehow? Because that went all the way down there and back again, didn't it? Okay, let's see if I can drag this stop all the way around to the new station that we've put in. Zoom in, move that to there. There we go. And then can I bring the one that's on the other side? Don't complain. We'll have some stops here, don't worry. Excellent. So now I can create this new line here, which is going to go from there. Follow this along. It's going to stop on here. Which side are they coming in there and going out there? We'll actually do it on this side, I think. Actually, no, we won't. We'll do it there, and then we're probably going to move that green one. Then it's going to come along here, follow all the way along, and stop over here. Then that's going to continue all the way along. Here we go, and this is where it was before, and then we'll pop that into there, and then we'll go back again. There we go, and that completes the line. So that is actually from Primrose Tea Hills all the way back to our main station over here. So we can rename that Sparty to Primrose Tea. There we go. Excellent. How many trains is that going to end up with on there? 6. I'm going to drop that down to 4. I think that should be okay. And then our train line number 9 goes in the other direction. So let's just name that. So that's going to go from Primrose Tea. Let's get that one up again on here. So that's number 9. So that comes around this way. It will stop here when we've got that connected up. It goes through there. Yeah, that actually comes over to here as well, doesn't it? Yes, of course it does, but the other way around. So we can rename that one Primrose Tea to Sparty. There we go. So that's like the opposite way around. Excellent. I'm just going to recolor those as well. We'll go for blue on both of those. Excellent. So let's do a little bit of work over here on our opera house. I know it's got multiple problems. We'll work on those. So I'm going to repurpose this car park, and I think that is going to just fit perfectly in there up against this road. Yeah, there we go. That is great. And I think that should be enough. I mean, this will hold. I can't remember how many people, but yeah, I think we'll go, or should we go with 2? Do you know what? Let's go with 2. I'm just assuming we're going to have lots of visitors in here. So what we could do, if we come out like that and go up up like this. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll move these down a scooch just to sort of butt up to there. Yeah, excellent. And then we'll put the other one in as well. There we go. That's fine. And then I feel like we just need the road also to go up here. There we go. And then we'll just line that up. 1, 2. Excellent. That's good. Yep, I think that's a good idea. Just notice this crashed little cargo ship down here. Maybe we'll make a little park out of that or something. Cool. So now we need to hook this up to everything else. I don't think we're going to totally destroy this. We might work on this. One thing I was going to change down here was this. So I'm going to grab the Move It mod, and I want that node to come up to there. We'll sort our paths in a minute. There we go. So what I wanted was the paths to connect. Let's grab that path. Let's do that. Let's grab it here. I want that path to come through there and connect where this node is. And it's not going to like it, so we're going to pop that in. And then we're going to use the Move It mod. We'll do that. Is that going to cause me issues? Nope, that's going to cause me issues. We'll do it by eye. There we go. So that's right on the edge of where those are. And then we'll do the same over here. And we'll do that there. Nope, it's not going to like it. So we'll do that. And then we'll just drag it in by hand. Excellent. I think that's much better. I think that's much better over there. Very cool. Oh, here we go. The people are coming already to our opera house, which is great. Just added a few little trees along here. And we've extended this park as well that runs all the way along the metro here, which I really like. Got another little bit of interest in the middle. And people are walking along the back here. Excellent. They're spending their money. Right, a slight little change to the districts on here. So I've split this into 2 districts. Got Myrtle Heights and the Poplar District, which just slightly overlaps into this area here. And the reason for that is this one's going to be leisure, which is this one. And over here in Myrtle Heights, this is going to be tourism. So we'll get some hotels and things right on the coast, which I think will be great. And we've got access to all of that as well. So what I'm just thinking here is just to get this sort of... let's just remove... Oh, that's not the button. Let's remove these trees from here. Zoop. Get our forest brush a little bit bigger. We'll tidy this up. I want to keep those ones. We'll come back to that area over there. And then I'm going to stick with the tree, 2-lane with the trees. And I'm thinking here we are going to do a sort of a grid shape. I think if we just stick to the 10 by 10, we're going to end up with some wonky junctions there, but that's okay. See what buildings we get. And then I'm thinking we're going to have like a section in the middle that we're going to build around, particularly as we have set this to be the tourism specialization. We can certainly pop in a unique building or something that can bring some interest over here as well. Okay, so we're going to repurpose our grid ever so slightly here, and we're going to pop a casino in the corner over there. There we go, overlooking the coast. And then I'm also thinking what we're going to add in here is our theatre. There we go. So maybe we'll just put that over on this side. So let's repurpose that one. And again, we'll have it sort of facing out in that direction. I think that, to be honest, will probably be enough buildings in here. And then we've got to add a little bit of parking in here as well. There we go. I think this one here will be perfect. 6x4. Excellent. And I think I'm also going to do one on this side. There we go. And maybe we'll just use the same one. I think that is going to be perfectly to fit in there as well. Oh, there we go. That lines up lovely. Those two line up lovely as well. Excellent. That's good. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a walkway through here for our lovely people. We'll stick with this path, which is the one that we've been using for this area. Yeah, that's going to go all the way through there, and it's going to come to the back of the car park. And what about over here? No, let's leave that. Actually, we'll run one up the side there. There we go. And this will end up being connected over here at some point, but at the moment, it is what it is. Let's give these lovely people some water. Right, and let us put in some high density. Oh, that rock. Look at that. Come on, let's save you. Let's bring you over here. In amongst the trees. There we go. Enjoy. So let's pop in some high density and see what we get in this area. There we go. And just using our zoning adjuster, I'm able to get all of the zones in this area to work. Brilliant. Right, a slight adjustment to this area. I've switched it from, let's come out of this view. Here we go. I've switched it from tourism to leisure, just so we get these lower down buildings like this. We've got a couple of offices in between. Got this one big office in the middle, which I think looks fine. And that was much better because the other one was giving us really, really tall hotels, and it was just too high for right on the edge of the coast here. But then I popped this little hotel on the end here, and this came in one of our content creator packs, the resort hotel, and I just think this looks lovely. Got the parking, got the road out the front, and then just a little bit of fishing and a fishing pier and a restaurant pier down here, which go really well. Lots of path connections as well along here, 2 road connections, a couple more path connections, so people will walk along these city key walls. This is what we want, so they can get around, and I really like the way this is coming together. Now we come out of that view, we'll see that a lot of buildings are disappearing. We've got people saying there's not enough workers, so I'm thinking that along here we really need to start getting some more higher density buildings. So I'm just wondering whether this little poplar district down here could be repurposed. Let's just have a quick look at what we've got. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to change this. So we're gonna take out these paths. Actually, let's leave those paths there. We'll take out those ones. We're gonna remove, let's make that a little bit smaller. Remove these down the side. There we go. Excellent. And then we've got a little bit of space in the middle, so that's okay. We can add another path around there. And I'm just wondering what we're going to get if we just pop this in as some high density. I do have a high... Oh, do I have that on the poplar district? Let's just check the policies. City planning. High-rise ban. Yeah, let's pop that on. I'm pretty sure we've got covered in water. Yep. Or water coverage, I should say. So let's see what that gives us here. Oh, let's stop. One thing I'd like to add onto here, which I don't think we have got, is a theme. Let's go to our themes, enable theme manager, and we're using the international buildings over here. So let's just remove these. Bish, bash, bosh. And sorry, thanks for moving in, but please come back again when you have an international looking building. Okay, that is not too bad. I tell you what we're going to do is actually going to put some low density commercial in here, as we have a bit of a need for that. I'm just going to sort of sprinkle it in between. This here I'd like to make into a park. Maybe we'll come back to that. Maybe a couple of little shops just around this little spot here. And we can see down here we have that medium demand for commercials. If you find that, for instance, my residential growth was slowing, try and take care of some of these other needs you've got as well, and then it will sort of tip the balance back into getting what you do need. Coverage here is probably going to be pretty poor for all of these. Oh, look at that. That is good. And also, what about check land value here? Yeah, not the greatest, even though we do have a lot of parks over here. So I'm just wondering whether we could squeeze in a couple of these small services on the outside here. That would be good. There we go. So as this is building up, there's a couple of spots here where we can just add like a little path connection in along the edge. Is there anything along here? No. And I put these down the side here as well. Popped in a few trees. We definitely could do with some more people. So I'm thinking that anything else we build now really just needs to be residential. So let's just check. This zone over here covers all of this. Yeah, Primrose Tree Hill. Let's have a look at our theme. Yeah, we have the international theme on there. That's good. I also want the high-rise ban. It's probably on there, but I can't see it. Yeah, high-rise ban is on there as well. So let's just add some more high-rise buildings. We're going to sort of fill up this section all along here. I think I want to just pause this before they will start building in. Yeah, I just want a crossing and maybe a park over here in the middle. Let's just have a look what we've got. Oh, no, I was in the right one. Just one that isn't too big. That is probably a bit too small. This is the one I'm thinking of, the wide one. So if we go there, yep, like that. That is also going to give us a connection to the back of the train station through there, which is fantastic. I'm just wondering whether we could add any other connections off of here. Yeah, let's grab our gravel path, because we can come along here. And what I'm thinking we'll do is we'll go down here, just connect straight into there, and connect to here. Oh, let's try that again. There we go. Excellent. And then we probably could just do the same along the back here, like so. And maybe sort of bring it in between a couple of buildings like that. There we go, to give some extra access over there. Let's put that back in. Let's fill that one back in. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. What about over here as well, giving them a bit of access? Let's continue this through the trees like this. And then what we're going to try and do is go up and over. So let's see what we can do. There we go. I think that height's okay. That'll connect up to there. Gives them some options for coming over, which is good. Let's just get rid of these trees that are on here. There we go. Good, good, good. They can get to the train station, get through the park. I want to put a little crossing here. So we'll just use the node controller for that. There we go. Don't think we need lights on it. It's not that busy along the back here, is it? How about... Yeah, they can walk there. They can cross over. They can then get on here. Yeah, that's okay. Lots of access, lots of access. Then what about walking access over the top to connect to this road? That might be a good idea as well. Let's give that a go. We go, that should be plenty high enough. Yep, that's good. And then maybe we can do another one over here, something similar. So what I'm going to do is actually move this path up just to give us a little bit of space to play with. There we go. Move this over as well. Excellent. And then we'll put a similar one in here. There we go. Fantastic. Those look much better with a single pillar. And you can already see so many people in here. So many people already coming over here to cross over. They can get through there. That is a long walk. We've got nothing in here yet for them to connect to, but I'm pretty sure that at some point we will. So I'm going to add a crossing. Can I do it there? Let's change that one to a crossing, and we're just going to move that over slightly. There we go, just so it lines up with that. Let's put that on. Oh, hang on. There we go, get rid of the trees in the road. Cool. Yep, that's good. So what are we going to put in here next? Along here, I'm thinking just some low density. I mean, let's have a look. The value of this down here is really high. Even though it's got a railway line that goes through here, I think people would still happily live here with trains going. You know, there are places where people have trains going through the back of their garden, at the end of their garden. So let's just use this one-way, 1U, I should say, road, and see what we could fit into this little slot down here. Roads just through here, just to add a few small houses on, and just along the front here as well. And something that is missing from this area, even though walking around here is really good, is just a bus route. I mean, this isn't too big. I feel like we need a bus route to come round this area and pick people up. So what's going to be the best way to go? Let's see. If we, yeah, stick to this main road, I would say, and come round there, then it's going to come round the back along here. That stop will probably be okay. Then we can come round this section. It will let me put it on the road. Does that connect over there again? It does. So we're going to go through there with one stop, then out the other side. Then we're over here. Yeah, the one-way road there. So by the university, by the touristy thing. Actually, that could do with going up to the funicular first, then down here. And then that can just come all the way back round. We'll have another one there. Back over the bridge again. And then I'm thinking we should maybe bring it round down here as well, just along the main road. Like that. It could stop here, turn around and come back again. I think that would just be plenty, just to give people that option. There we go. And that can finish there. Excellent. Which one is that going to be? Oh, number 40, I think that was. It just went past. There it is. That's the one. Let's adjust the colour. See how many millions of buses. Oh, that's this one we're going to have on there. 14. No, we'll go down to... yeah, 6, I think, will be absolutely plenty, because most people are happily walking along here. Right. Well, I definitely have to say that by the power of the internet, I think we've made this area much, much better. We've expanded it. It's just fantastic. Lots of people coming in, lots of people spending their money in our touristy type areas along the front here. So let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, thank you for all your suggestions, and subscribe if you haven't. So you'll be here for brand new City Skyline stuff coming your way. Lots of people walking and cycling. They just disappeared. Look. What is happening to all those people? Just look. Hello everybody, welcome back to the next episode of City Skylines with me, Biffa. Here we are in the city of New Tealand, and today expansion is on the cards. There are so many nice areas on this map that we haven't built in yet, and the one that's really been on my mind to get to is this one over here. Let's slide on over. So, oh, too far. Tarantula Station, or I think it was Tarantula Terminal, but I've changed it to station because it's not a terminal really, is it? Because things are going through. The idea was that this area here was going to be a nice big built up high density area, maybe sort of spanning across the sort of river, whatever we've got it, yeah, whatever that's called, I would say river. It's probably got a special name, but yeah, in this area here. And then we've got like the airport over there. So that is the idea, and I'd really like to get started on this. So yeah, let's just take a look. We sort of threw this down. This is all connected, if you don't remember. That's why it's called Tarantula. Looks a bit like a spider with all the legs coming out. Something out of Babylon 5, if you remember that. Haha, if you've seen it. And then also we could put in some of our larger buildings. Oh, we haven't unlocked any of these by the look of it. We could put in some of these larger buildings, which will help us go towards unlocking some of our monuments as well. So yeah, let's just take a look. I mean, this has all just been thrown down here just to keep this thing working. So we are definitely going to be removing those. There we go. And removing you. Is that going to mess things up? Garbage processing, perfectly fine, no problem at all. What about power? Oh, yes, there we go, our power. So what I'm going to do is, just because I'm going to be working in this area, I am just going to bring in like a temporary space already occupied. Okay, a temporary power cable, if you don't mind. Anywhere, there will do. Come on, man, I didn't want to put anarchy on, but I will do it. Oh no! Is that rock gone forever? Oh, the passing of the rock. Do you know what I could do actually? Is I could replace that rock with another rock. There we go. The rock is back. Excellent. Yeah, so I'm just going to bring this over here just so we don't have to worry about messing up the power while we're doing all the work that we're doing. There we go. Excellent. And then we can delete this one. There we go. Let's just get things going. Make sure that's okay. And then this one coming up down here is going to be connected there. Anyway, yep, we're all okay again. Cool. Beans. Right. Okay. Excellent. So looking at this here, we've got like these little 1U rows that go around here. And I quite like those. So I think we're going to stick with these in this area. So let's just see if we can pop. Yeah, so Anarchy's going to come in and then we'll start doing some road adjustments. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so that gives us our starting square around here. And then I'm just thinking what we could have in this area. So we've got bike lanes absolutely everywhere. What could we make? I mean, this is going to be a big focal point of this central section. I love this. So I'm thinking maybe around the immediate vicinity of this, some sort of plazas or something like that, a park type thing, which will look good. I mean, we've got these ones which are quite small. I would really like some larger plaza type things. Okay, so we've got these flowery passages down here, which are made by Vilgard. You can look those up. And there's this one here called Little Versailles, and I'm just wondering whether we could like pop that in the middle there and try and make something of these. So put that 3 down that side. That should be in the middle. And we'll do the same over here. When I say 3, I'm counting the little squares at the side there. How do they look? Oh, they look nice. They look very nice. And then can we sort of hook these up with some paths and make something lovely in there? What path shall we use? It's just the standard path. Is that going to look okay straight across there? Yes, it is. It actually takes out that bit of extra hedge. Nice. So let's do that. Oh, look at that. Early game autosave, quick sip of tea. Ah, lovely. So we'll get that one going across there as well. So that connects those together. And then I'm thinking these could sort of come down to here. And is there a similar one there we could go to? Like that. Do you know what that is? That is very good. That one I don't want going across there. Oh, I like that. We're getting a bit sort of clever with our design. Excellent. We can have lots of trees and things in there. And then round the back, then we want our roads to go round here for our buildings to go on. Definitely thinking 2-lane road with trees. So how am I going to match this up? Because I don't want to change this road. It's deliberately wiggly like this, sort of. I mean, it doesn't really follow the coastline, but just to add some interest. But I want this road coming up here to be straight. So if I, for instance, came out like that on both sides, yeah, see, we don't have a node there. But let's just randomly pop this in for a moment and see how that goes. Do you know what? That actually is perfectly straight along there. That is just fantastic. Okay, cool. So if we just come along here like that, and that butts up right against there, that is exactly what I wanted. And then coming up here, if we could have it right up to the path, yep, that's what I wanted there. Let's take this one out. And then the same on this side. Oh, look at that. Do I want those attaching, or do I want them to stop? Let's attach them for now, and that one as well, and then we'll remove that. And then we'll remove that, and that. Okay, okay. We're getting there. Not sure quite why we... Oh, I know why. We had pollution here, didn't we? Because we had the trash collecting thing. Okay, that's fine. That'll go eventually. What about some other of these smaller flowery passages that we've got in here? Like these ones. Let's just have a quick look at those. We've got that one there. That's quite a long one. We'll pop that one out so we can see. That's just a path. That's a reasonable size. That is a really long one. I don't think that's going to fit in anywhere, is it? Oh, actually, yeah, it might. Do you know what? I'm just going to pop all of these out so we can see them. There we go. And we've got these corner ones as well. Oh, now they could be good over here. So if we grab one of those, which way round is that going to go? Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. And then if we do the same here, that's going to be the wrong way. Okay. So we'll do it this way. Oh, that is just perfect for the corner. Look at that. You walk up, come out there. Yep, yep, yep. I'm liking that a lot. I don't think we're going to be able to fit any of those in there. And I like this small one. I thought there was other small ones as well that I've maybe missed. I think we went through all of these. But this one here, with the pagoda in the middle, I particularly like that. So let me grab that. Maybe we could just sort of slip that like in each side of this. Oh, by the way, I'd mentioned this in another video, but I don't know whether you've seen it yet. But I seem to have solved my stuttering problem. There was two things I did, and I knew I had to try and find out what it was. As soon as I started playing a vanilla city and still had the problem, I thought, I've just got to solve this. It's going to drive me insane. It's annoying that you have to zoom all the way in to see those things. Not quite sure what does that. I'll have a look. But yeah, I updated my AMD drivers for my motherboard, which I've done numerous times. I don't know whether it was that or not. But I've changed my power plan. I've gone from the Ryzen power plan just to straight the Windows power plan. And I reckon that's what's changed it. So, but anyway, I mean, I do get the odd little stutter here and there, which I just put down to normal sort of Cities Skylines stuff. But, I mean, now I'm playing without any bother of stutter at all. Okay, I want to pick this up, and it won't let me. Click. Come on. Click. There we go. I'm using my picker tool to grab them. That is probably going to be a little bit too long. Is it going to let me put it where I want it? Come on. All right, we'll drop it there, and then we'll use the move it mod. So yeah, I'm really pleased if that was the problem. Oh, darn it. Right, let's try that again. Oh, how about that? So instead of the blank path connecting this angle over here, I put these in instead. A nice little tree-lined path that then goes into here. That looks much better than this, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely. So let's take out those. Let's use the move it mod to select that. Hold shift, select that. Copy it. There we go. Excellent. And then try and line that up in here as well. I think that's good enough. Let's have a look. I think that's good. Oh, yeah, I like that. That is really nice. Oh, this is turning out really nice, isn't it? So can we fit one of those in there on their own? Let's take a look. That's going to be just a bit too long there, which is a shame. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I'm thinking that is looking pretty good. Look, people are already coming out from the metro station and walking around the path. I just changed this one here to the park path rather than the bog standard path. Yeah, nice. I like that. So we'll put some detailing in there as we go along. But then I'm thinking, what sort of buildings could we have around the outside here that are really going to bring attention to this area? Well, I think this area here, right by the river, needs something special. And a building that I always really enjoy and I like the look of is the Modern Art Museum. There we go. That just looks fantastic. So it goes the other way around. So we're going to have to just pop some roads in here for this to be against. Let's just take this one here. And let's see. So if I came up there... Let's do this again. Yeah, I'm going to need to put it against that, aren't I? So if I go like that, how big is this? Let's take a look. So that actually is probably exactly where I need to do it, which was there. Oh, it's this one. Okay, that's not too bad. So if we go like that. So now hang on a sec. What's the measurement there? 400. And the measurement there, 350. I'll put it right over. Let's do that again. There we go. That is perfectly in the middle. Fantastic. Okay, let's just line this road up. Excellent. You can go up, in and around. And then I would perhaps suggest some parking on both sides or just one side. I mean, there is parking built into it. I'm just wondering whether instead of parking we could put another building or two either side. And I really like these buildings here from the Modern Japan Content Creator Pack. And I think an office right there, looking down into the park, would just be fantastic. Which means then I feel like I need to extend this road out here. So if I just bring that one out to over here for now. Turn off road guidelines, thank you kindly. There we go. So that one feels like it's up against a road. And then over this side, I was thinking of, we've got the district office building, which I wanted to put the other way round. But again, I'm looking at the way the windows are going and thinking, wouldn't you want to just face that into a park? So if we did that as well, and then we could just bring this road out like that, then that leaves a little bit of space behind. Yeah, I like that. A little bit of space behind here for some parking, which would work for all of these buildings, so that would be good. So let's just have a quick look. We've got these ones that we use quite a bit. I think this one will fit perfectly. We're going to have one there. We haven't used these ones in a while. And one of those there. Yeah, excellent. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Obviously, we need some water, so let us solve that problem for these lovely people that are going to be moving into our new amazing looking area. So then as we spread out from these sort of buildings here, I'd like to put in a sort of a mix. So we have different high-rise office buildings. We've got different ones in here as well that could sort of fit in here. Transport tower, those sort of things. I'd also like to mix those in with some high-density residential zones, some office zones, a bit of commercial, and really just like mix the whole thing up and see what we get. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm deciding, do we want it all to go to I mean, these buildings get pretty high. These ones are the self-sufficient green residential buildings. They get pretty tall. Some of the other ones we've got to put in will get pretty tall as well. But do we want it all to sort of lead up to a height? Like if we look at this road here. So as we look across this area, do we want it all to be sort of flat and then build up to be high and then sort of go back down again? Which I'm thinking maybe that we do sort of in this area. And then as we get nearer the sea, it gets lower down until right up against the coast perhaps. And then over here, the other side of this road, it will go back down lower again. I think possibly that is the way to go. So let's see how we can do this. Now we've got this road here. So if that road, for instance, came just sort of straight out to here, that wouldn't be too bad, would it? Let's go like that into there. Yeah, that would be okay. And then do I just want sort of grids coming off of this? I think because of the sort of buildings we're putting in, we probably want to find out which ones we're going to use, place them down, and then we would put the roads around them because some of these buildings are pretty tall. Right, so by way of planning, I've just popped all these buildings down here, these big buildings, so we can see the sort of height that we've got and what we're going to be working with. So to fit most of those in there is going to be reasonably interesting. Now I'm thinking I want this one here to maybe be a centerpiece along here. And just to break up what would have been a boring grid. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this out either way. We're going to grab that one and pop that, if we can, in the middle, like that. I do like that building. Very nice, very nice. And then we can build some roads around this. There we go. Excellent. I'm just thinking of some parking in here. We've got like these sort of car parks, but I do really like the underground car park that we used before. Here we go. So spiral car park. What's the difference between that one and that one? Left and right. Oh, okay. So let's just pop both of these down. That one and that one. Yeah. I don't know what the difference is. We're going to go with this one here. So maybe something like that. I mean, if we left that where it is there, you've got access to all of this area in the car park. Yep, okay. And then I'm just going to build the roads around this again. There we go. And then we're going to see what else will fit in. I want one of these buildings that are a little bit smaller for this section. Can I get that facing? Yeah, I'm going to go face in with that one. Yep. That's good, that's good. And then this one here, that is quite a large one. That can go... How does that fit in with this? Oh, that actually will fit in perfectly next to that spot there. Give or take one teeny tiny piece. What about this direction? Oh, let's face it that way. Oh, yeah, look at that. That fits in. That fits in really nice. Excellent. I want something here. It's not too big. Is this the services building? I mean, that can butt up against there. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's a little bit higher, not too bad. And we've got like the big building in the middle that's going to be catching our eye. And then this down here, we could start having some of our other assets come into here. So let's just fill this in. I'm going to go with the squares as we've got those all set out. This can come down there. There we go. So maybe just some, let's put some high density commercial there and some high density residential there. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out with these little extra pieces here. So I'm going to take those off. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Ah, okay. Yeah, because of the shape of it. Let's pop that back in. And then I'd like this to be, let's have a, oh, we've got no zone over here at all. Let's just take the whole thing in for now. There we go, Washington Park. So we need a name suggestion for that. We're going to put self-sufficient buildings on there. And I'm just wondering whether, with our commercial specialization, what we should maybe change that for. This one's going to give us sort of hotels and things like that, which I think might actually fit in with this idea a bit better of what we're doing here. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Let's give all of these lovely people some water. There we go. And let's see what we get. Okay, this is turning out nice. So we've got a nice little collection of different types of buildings here. Some residential places that fit in really well with our tall ones. And we've got nice little octopus, go nuts for donuts, ice cream type parlours. And a couple of hotels spattered around as well. I think that actually works really well. Oh, and the Tetley T-van deliveries. Excellent, we've got to have those. Well, let's do a similar thing over on this side, maybe with some of the other buildings that we've got. We can see if we can sort of balance this out a bit. So let's just see. That came all the way across to there, and then that would come down here. And I'm just thinking if we could sort of pop something in the middle here. Let's just grab, whoa, let's grab you two. You're going to go up there out the way. Excellent. We're just going to give this area a shave. There we go. Right, what have we got that could perhaps go in the middle here? Colossal Order. I do like the Colossal Order offices. I always think that's one we've got to give a bit of special attention to. So that could butt up to there. And then we can take our park paths. Actually, we just go around the outside like that. Make it look nice and special. And then we can add something else in there. And then what have we got that's a bit smaller? This one, the transport tower. Yeah, could that sort of slide up into this section the other way round? How about that? It's not too bad, although it is blocking the view of Colossal Order. So no, we're going to change that. We are going to do this instead. We're going to connect that road to there. And we're going to move you down to here. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Like the front of that. Well, it's really the back of it, but I like this side. Nice and curved. Very cool. This area down here, then we could do a similar thing with the shops and such. We break that in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there we go. So we can zone some of that in. Let's add some more roads. So this is going to have to come down there. This one's also going to come down there. And then we're going to attach that across there. Excellent. What have we got? What have we got? Got a very tall building here. This one I'm going to take instead. The luxury hotel, I think. Let's have a look. I've got Anarchy on. So is that going to fit in without Anarchy? Or is that going to just look weird? What has that got on the sides of it? Do you know what? With a bit of move it, I think that is going to fit in perfectly there. So the car parking, everything else. Yeah, that's good. That's not getting too high down there. This is quite a big, tall building. So I'm thinking for this one, it's going to come over here somewhere. So maybe at the end of that there. So we've got this sort of high little block in the middle. Yeah, I'm liking that. So again, we just need to pop some roads around these. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then this one here, the high interest tower, is a little bit lower than that. Could we pop that one over here, actually? Let's grab that. I mean, we're getting quite close to the water, and I didn't really want anything too up against the water. In fact, if that one goes here, let's do that. Then we can continue these roads around this way. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's give these lovely people some water. Okay, and I've continued Washington Park District all the way down to here, and we're going to do the same. We're going to sort of intermingle some high-density commercial, some housing, maybe along the front now. I think that looks quite good. Around there, along there. Yeah, that one and that one and that one. On the main road, I've sort of kept that free, so we're not going to put any there. That goes onto the side road. Got this section on the back. I think maybe some housing on there as well. Yeah, that all comes under the same zone. Okay, so let's see what we get in this section. Okay, that's not looking too bad. We know that these buildings are going to get taller as they level up, which is good. We do need some services over here. I've deleted all of those. We've got this nice general hospital, which also came from the modern Japanese pack. I do like that one. Let's face it in this direction. There we go. And that is a lovely looking building. So that's our healthcare. Let's have a look. Death care. We've got the cryopreservatory that I've never used. Oh, that is actually quite small, isn't it? Could we just pop that in maybe somewhere over here? Yeah, let's have that there. That's fine. Oh, what else have we got? I don't think we're going to go for the childcare, the elder care, recreational. We could pop something like this in. Sports hall, community pool. Why not? Let's pop a community pool in. Where's a nice little spot for that? I mean, we could literally put that coming off the main road there. And then once you put some trees and things around it. Actually, I didn't realise that's like an outdoor pool. You're probably not going to want to come to an outdoor pool that's right on the main road, are you? Okay, let's find a better space for that. Changed my mind, went for the yoga garden instead. There we go. And it's right opposite a nice little plaza that I put in there, right by the Colossal Order building. So yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, so that's those services. Fire, I'm thinking we should go for a big fire station. This is a big area. Let's pop that over there. Yep, excellent. And again with the police. Now we've got some other options here. We've got a big prison. These are from the Interactive Prisons mods. Police helicopter depot. Yeah, maybe don't want to go for any of these. Small prison block. No, let's just go for the police headquarters. Oh, another autosave. And we're going to pop that up against the side there. So that should have covered, yeah, look, pretty much everything we need. Of course, schools as well. Oh, I completely forgot about all these sort of things. Darn it. Let's nestle some of these in. So we've got the high school. We've got the larger high school building. Could we find a spot for that over here? I bet we could if we tried hard enough. Let's take that away and pop this in here. And we'll do the same thing. We'll go with the roads all around it like this. There we go. That's cool. Oh, look at that. I quite like that, even though it's quite a difference in height. I'm liking that. Yeah, very good. So that was high school. Elementary school. We've got the smaller one there. Maybe we could squeeze one in. Yeah, we need some more roads over here. I filled them all up. Let's bring this one here behind the hospital. We've got some nice rocks here that I do not wish to destroy. So I'm going to leave those. But that house can go. I'm really sorry. Your house has gone. So we're going to have an elementary school there. I'm hoping that'll be enough for everything. We'll see. And then a university. Maybe one of the Institute of Creative Arts. And we could just slide that in over here. That would be perfect. Right, lots of people are heading over into the city area over here. So we just need to do a little bit of work on all of these road connections that we've got. The first thing I want to do is give them dedicated turning lanes all the way around here. So anywhere there's a road that comes off, they can do that. There we go. There we go. All the way to the end. And then we've got traffic lights galore down this section. So we're also going to say, there we go. So all the roads coming on are going to give way. There we go. There we go. Excellent. That one there. That one there. So that will just keep all the traffic flowing. There's quicker ways of doing this, but this is the way I'm doing it. No complaints. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. So I've been adding a few little details with parking. Lots of people walking and cycling. They just disappeared. Look. What is happening to all those people? Just look. The bicyclists are coming along here and they just let's see these people walking down here, whether they disappear. There's like a weird thing going on here. Okay. That is very strange. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that one there I'm going to upgrade at this bit. So the change is now there instead of down here, which looks very weird. Okay, can I fix that? Let's go for the node controller. Yep, there we go. Ooh. Ah. This is the wrong version of the node controller, isn't it? It is. No, it's not. Change it to custom and then we get everything we want. So, yeah, I'm going to stretch that out a little bit like that, just so it doesn't look so odd. And then hopefully, yeah, cyclists coming down there. They still just disappear. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Yeah, so inside here, we've got lots of trees. We've got some little parks that have just been added in, which I think look really nice. There we go. We've got some car parking around the back. If I can find out where it was. There it is. Here we go. A nice little stretch of car parking down here, which I really like. I've also put the key walls down this little river here, which I think probably could just do with leveling out a little bit. But, yeah, I think they're okay. Just to sort of delineate this area here from this area down here. Got all this overgrowth around the back. What else have we put in? I've added some more trees into the little park area here. And lots of people are using this and using the metro as well, which is fantastic. I really like that. Just got a little bit down the front here. Just a bit of something when you come in to catch your eye. And then this area's grown up nicely. And just put some trees, any little gaps there were. Threw a load of trees in. We haven't quite finished what's going to happen down here as it comes into this end, but we will get to that. But a nice spattering of derelict buildings. They'll come back, don't worry. A nice spattering of hotels, residences, tourism stuff, and a nice selection of residential buildings as well. I really like the way that's turned out. So if we look from over here into the distance, we can see these really tall buildings over there, which is just the sort of look that I wanted. Really eye-catching. I might even go onto the workshop and see if we can find a couple more extra tall buildings as well to really draw our eye. But that is looking fantastic so far. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Anything you change or add, I'd be very interested to hear. If you're new, don't forget, we have a modded city series, New Tealand, as you're watching right now. We have an unmodded or vanilla series as well, which is the day after this one. So be sure to subscribe for that and not miss out. Thank you for your support. Thanks for all the likes and everything you leave, all the comments, very much appreciated. And I will see you very soon. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye.